right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. People, I hope y'all guys turn on notifications, man. Y'all already know we're going to continue to speak about what's going on with this trial. People are speaking all over the place. I want to start by saying once again, all parties involved are innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. I am not here to choose either side. I'm not with Diddy. I'm not with Cassie. I am on the side of justice and I am on the side of the law. Just want to make sure I say that. Shout out to everybody already in the live stream. Hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for doing that. With that being said, so I didn't want to give out my hand, right? So yesterday in the morning, I reacted to this gentleman right here you see on the screen. I reacted to one of his videos. People were like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Okay. This man is the Howard Stern of politic radio. I told you guys this yesterday. I said this man does nightly shows. Shut up. I said this man does nightly shows. He is on one of the biggest radio stations. Like, and what I mean the biggest is he has the furthest reaching radio station in the country. He speaks to millions upon millions every single day that are listening to him. Lawyers, people, listen to me. I'm sure lawyers tune into this guy. Now, I'm going to play something. This first video, I can kind of skip through, but the second video, I can't. So when I start that video, hopefully you guys are paying attention all the way, because I won't be able to bring it back or rewind or anything of that nature. But I keep telling you guys this. And I've been saying this since Tuesday. And I'm not sure if you guys are still willing to listen to me. If you are, thank you. If you're not, if you're getting tired of me saying the same thing over and over again, I'm going to continue to say the same thing. Now, I'm going to say this. On this channel, I am presenting you things that other content creators are not bringing to you guys. People are so worried about, oh, look what I just heard, that Diddy is upset because of this, and Cassie is a whore because of this, and this is, that's what other content creators wish to do. That's their business. Here on this channel, I tell y'all, we do not deal in feelings. There, like I said, Tissa is still rage binging for Cassie. You got Angry Man over here still raging about God knows what. You know what I'm saying? He's still I'm sitting here saying just cause Diddy's not on trial for what they're talking about, it doesn't mean he could put his hands on the woman. If people don't know by now that you cannot put hands on a chick like that, I mean, come on. Now you're just trying to rev up your audience. I don't care to rev up my audience. I care to give my audience, in anything I speak of on this channel, I want to present you the opportunity to understand both sides of the fence. Once again, I'm going to say this again. I am not with either party. Both parties don't matter to me. None of them pay my bills. Yes, I am in the music industry. Some would say that maybe I'm taking this a little personal. No, but I do feel as somebody who is in the music industry, and I've seen some of this foul stuff happening firsthand, I will say this. And please hear what I'm saying. This is not going for Diddy. Because this goes for women. I don't care to say what women. You know who the powerful women are in the music industry. I will say this. When people tend to get around powerful people, they tend to feel like they got to do whatever they got to do to stay in the in circle, the it circle. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, I've been telling you guys since Tuesday, Diddy is not on trial. Diddy's not on trial. Yo, True, Mike, what are you talking about? You keep on saying that Diddy's not on trial. Diddy is not on trial. Powerful men who exist in the world are on trial. If you guys do not believe what it is that's being said, you're sadly mistaken. Now, Uzi says the song Who Runs the World by Beyonce was her letting us know. Nah. You going, come on. Beyonce's powerful because of Jay-Z. Let's just stop that. I will say this. This is putting powerful men on notice simply by saying, if you think that you're gonna get too high for your bridges, think again. Now, what I didn't tell you guys yesterday, because I didn't want to just make it seem like I'm just spilling the beans. No. So when I showed you guys this gentleman you see on your screen, what you guys don't understand is he was a lawyer. What you guys don't understand is he was a prosecutor. Now I'm gonna let this man speak for himself, but I want see people hear me out. I am not looking to see who's the next person up to talk, who's gonna testify against Diddy. I am looking to hear what the lawyers are saying, what the chatter is amongst the lawyer community. People, if you want to find out what's going on in the legal scene, you don't go to fucking rappers. You don't, when you want to know what's going on in baseball with trades, you don't go to the commissioner of the NBA. You're going to go where people who are involved in baseball, correct? All right. So when it comes to this case, all I've presented to you so far are people who are sitting back like, what are they doing here? Now, like I said, all parties are innocent until proven guilty. I am not here. I am not the judge or the juror. You know what I'm saying? I am not the prosecutor or the defense attorney. But what I do want to say to y'all guys is this. People, many of y'all don't even know who this man is. And now all of a sudden, people are interviewing him everywhere. This isn't good. And I said this to you guys yesterday. See, this isn't good. When you start getting people who are and have a powerful voice to start speaking on this case. This is not, and I told y'all guys on Tuesday, I said, the worst thing the prosecutor ever did was put Cassie on the stand. Now, she is their strongest witness. Now, we all know Diddy asked, let's be clear, Diddy asked for a speedy trial. Now, Cassie's pregnant. She's due to give birth at any moment. Now hear me. They had to put Cassie first because if I am mistaken, there's stipulations, it's a law that once a woman gives birth, they rightfully give her the time to attend to her baby, to her family, and who knows if she's nursing, whatever it may be. So she wouldn't be able to be on the stand for at least 6 months. So they threw her up there now. Now this helps Diddy. I'm not with Diddy. I'm not with Cassie. I'm just presenting the facts. Now we're gonna dive right in. Now y'all, shout out to y'all in the building. We got 78 in the live stream. If y'all can, please hit the like button. We at 15 right now. Let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing, people. Let's hit that like button. Let's smash that like button to let YouTube know y'all like what I'm doing over here. Like I said, you see, I'm mentioning content creators. I'm not like Tisa, who's biased towards Cassie. And you got Ringo, shout out to Ringo, who he's just on Super Diddy side. I am not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of the law. People, why do I say this? Because I feel your ignorance and your lack of knowledge does not exempt you from the law. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean that you're freed from it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Now I want you guys to listen. Listen.
Well, Mr. Lionel, do you think Diddy will walk? Do you think that the prosecution is proving their case? Do you think that they have any more witnesses? And is Cassie their star witness? How bad do you think this is for the prosecution, or good, or for the defense? Knock yourself out. Thank you for coming.
Great questions. First, do I think he will walk? If he does, I would not be surprised. No.
Now, I gotta start. If he walks, I will not be surprised. Now, I've been saying this since Tuesday, before I heard all this nonsense come out. I'm like, people out here, bury Diddy, he's horrible, he is trash, he's extortion, criminal enterprise, and trafficking. And I'm sitting here like, don't none of this shit add up. None of this shit, nothing I heard so far, I say, yo, don't be surprised if you see him walk. Then on Thursday, I presented to you guys what nobody else is showing you guys, because everybody cares about speaking about their feelings and the courthouse and this and that. So I'm presenting to you guys the side that nobody wants to. I'm showing you the legal side. What the lawyers all across the country, the nations, the counties, what everybody is saying. This is what we're here for. Now, if Diddy walks, don't be surprised. But let's keep going.
Number one. Number two, and in no particular order, your questions are very, very good, but they're each different. Have they proved their case? No. I mean, again, it's a little early. It's like you going into a movie and saying, I don't understand this. It's like, it just started. So I understand that. The thing that I want people to understand, and the message that I have for them to understand, is very simply this. I am a lawyer by profession. I am licensed. I was a prosecutor. And let me imagine if you were charged with speeding, going 55 in a school zone, and you're pulled over, and I give you a ticket, and you say, I'm going to fight this. And you go to court, and I bring up the fact that there was alcohol in the car, and that you were drunk, and that you are a drunk, and you've been arrested for being drunk. And you say, whoa. You charged me with speeding. What about this speeding?
Did you hear what he just said? People, this is a former prosecutor. People, I'm going to say this again. What they're using against what they're using against Diddy right now, people, once people present evidence against you, they cannot present it again in another case unless they find a loophole or some kind of stipulation. They cannot. They just wanted to get Diddy under arrest, so that way now they could just find something. Listen, just find something. Oh my God, he stole cats when he was 18. Give it to me. Give it to me. Throw it at the wall. They're trying to find something to sway the jury. But you heard what he just said. If the cops stop me for going 55 in a school zone, okay, I'm gonna fight this. Ready? Because he didn't tell you the details. Was school out? Because if school's closed, the school zone doesn't matter because nobody's there. Now, listen to me. So he's like, but you can't say, I got a speeding ticket, and now you're like, well, he got arrested before back in the day for speeding too, and he's a drunk. What the fuck does that? Who the fuck cares? Are we here for what I did before, or what we doing right now? So the prosecution are trying to mesh. They're trying to just make everything stick. And this is nasty work. And let me tell you why. But let me tell you why lawyers are saying if Diddy walks, don't be surprised. Because I promise you, even the judge is sitting there like, this is nasty work. The prosecution, they're not really showing nothing. This is nasty work. Now, let me give you guys another example, because this is what I do here. I like to give you guys real life. For somebody who's in the armed service, I can't tell you guys what division I'm in. I just can't. This is now. You guys do know this is the reason why I went from working full time to still working full time, but part time from home, part time I go to work. Because when they found out that I was a content creator, they had to take me off the street. You know what I'm saying? They had to take me off the street because they're like, hey, yo, come on. Number one, I'm grateful that I'm still a part of my career. I didn't fully read the booklet. I didn't read that me being a content creator and being a public figure is you can't do certain things when you're in certain fields. So I'm still grateful. I'm grateful. They love me. They support me. I do my job well, and I'm grateful. But ready? Let me give you an example. People, it's the same way like this. How I always tell you guys never listen to me. Let's say for an example, you don't smoke. You don't smoke trees. That reefer. Whatever you call it, that Zaza, that Cali, that good, whatever you want to call it. You don't smoke. But you let somebody smoke in your car 3 weeks ago. When y'all were hanging out, chilling in front of your crib. Oh yeah, we chilling. But now you're driving. You don't smoke in your car, but the car still reeks of the stench. And if a cop pulls you over, you lower that window. How may I help you, officer? Oh, you know what? Today I pulled you over. I told you whatever. Boom, boom. The simple, the smell of reefer in your car, that's enough to search your whole vehicle. And you can say, I don't smoke. They're not going to tell you, but the smell is enough to search your vehicle. Have you ever seen a moral friend case? This jury isn't going to convict on the evidence. Psst. People know this. Now, like I told you guys earlier, we think that the reason why they raided Diddy's homes was just to try to get whatever evidence he has over all of these powerful people. Now, do I think that Diddy really had anything in his crib? No. Why? Because if if they found anything tangible, they would have threw him already in jail. So I think that they didn't find anything tangible. So now they can't really go hard. They can't go all the way in on Diddy. Now he goes, they waiting for the right. Whenever the cops say, listen, any weapons in the car? All right, listen, I'm gonna need you to step out the car. And you're like, why, officer? Why? I'm gonna need you to step out the car. As long as your car reeks of it, see, people, because you guys don't understand certain things. Ready? It's like an example. Ready? Like I said, just because I'm in certain fields that I have to learn, I have to know the laws and certain things, right? So, have any of you guys ever heard of furtive movement? If you ever heard of furtive movement, put a 1 in the chat. Hit the like button, y'all. So what happens is this. Let's like cop pulls you over, and you doing too much movement. Like you're like you're nervous. You stay calm. Stay calm. Now, some of you guys may not agree with this. This is the reason why I always tell everybody, whenever the boys pull me over, I don't care if I have my family there, whatever. I don't care what none of y'all say. I like to lower all of my windows. I turn on my lights in my car. I turn off the engine, and I put the keys right there on top of the dashboard. Depending on which car I'm driving, if it's my 5 Series, I'll put it right on top of my car. Literally, I will take the keys out and put it right on top of my car. Right on top of my car. And I'll sit there and I'll hold the steering wheel. How may I help you, officer? If my son is in the car and he's laughing, hi. My son thinks he's a fucking politician. Hi. And I'm like, please excuse my son. I'm holding the steering wheel. Because you guys don't understand. There are things that can be used against you that you don't know. He said, I heard someone say this same thing. If you're moving too much, they could pull you out of your car. Officer, what did I do? Bro, furtive movement, chill, like just stare, stop moving. They can pull you out of your car. So I'm saying this again. Just because you don't know and you're not aware of certain things that they have to use against you, like some of you guys, I always tell you guys, let's say like you're in holding and whatever, the cops are like, hey man, we're here for you, we're on your side, we understand you, and they want to give you water and they want to give you cookies and shit. Don't touch a damn thing, because the minute you drink and you grab that bottle of water and you eating, you are giving consent to your DNA. But you see, you sitting there thinking, oh, they giving me chips and all this, they know I'm good. No. Just because you don't know the law, it doesn't exempt you. So you have a lot of the other like that's why I love Myron Gaines, because Myron Gaines is a former federal officer. That's why I like listening to Myron. And Myron is like, yo, the case is going really well. Like, both sides are doing really good. You know what I'm saying? But there has to be a stronger case. This is why I always present to you things from Myron. Shout out to Myron. If you're watching, shout out to you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to say this. It's even the same way. Now, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, because I know I got officers in my family. I know I got federal officers in my family. I know I have sheriffs in my family. I have SEALs in my family. So I get certain information that, you know, it is what it is. But I have seen other lawyers online on YouTube try to give information to people, and people, because their channel may not be as popular, they don't really know. People, do you know why? Do you know why we tell you, if the cops come to your door, if you're gonna go outside, we say step all the way outside and close your door. Do you know why? Do you know why they say that? And do you know why people would instruct you, hey, listen, we just wondering if you heard anything about this thing down the block. They just come around questioning people. Do you know why they say step all the way outside and close your door? Do you know why they do that? Do you know why they tell you? And they're never gonna tell you. Do you know why lawyers and legal folks instruct you to walk out of your house? Because let me give you an example. If you're standing there, doors wide open, you have a child in your hand, you're a lady, hey officer, how may I help you? And you have a child in your hand screaming, wilding. Did you know if the cops see anything in your background that makes them feel they need to search this property, pero you giving them access to the whole crib. Let's just say there was a situation. I'll give you a great example. Watch this. My son accidentally called 911 like 2 weeks ago. And I'm sleeping. Listen to me. He says, make them feel comfortable. No, hear me. I'm sleeping. My wife is like, King. You know, and she's saying it so like nonchalant. You know what this boy just did? He just called 911 from my phone. Now, fellas, listen to me, fellas. I'm gonna give you a life tip that I'm not hearing nobody tell y'all. You see this right here on my wrist? This is a solar watch. I don't give a fuck if you ain't got the money. You better get your ass, listen, $170, $180. Go get your ass a watch that you can keep on your wrist at all times. Now, this is a bad habit that people in law and office, like officers, police officers, we got bad habits. But time is very important. First thing I said was, how long ago did he call the cops? Oh, like 2-3 minutes ago. Now I'm getting up. She's like, why are you getting up for? I said, because the cops are going to come. But I spoke to them. I told them that my son called 911 by mistake. But she doesn't know it. She don't know protocol. She don't know protocol. So I'm getting dressed. I'm putting on my shorts. Now y'all guys know I have my lock boxes for my pistols all over my house. Each room, different places. I have different locations. So anywhere I'm caught at in a different part of the house, I'm good. So I'm like, oh my gosh, fuck. I'm putting on my sweater. She's like, I said, they're gonna show up. No, they're not. I just spoke to them. All right, mamas. We look on the camera. The cops show up. So now, I know I got cops in my family. I have feds in my family. I'm pretty sure they see plaques on my cars and all that. So what I do is, I hit and see. So instead of hitting the door, open the door, I hit the garage and now I come outside. Now I'm walking outside in my PJs. I ain't even brushed my teeth. Breath all stank. The fucking drool in my beard. Hey, anything to show these niggas that I was sleeping. Right? Hit the like button, y'all. We got 311, 330 in the building and got 32 likes, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Let's be respectful. Let's do the right thing. So, see, because no other content creator is giving you guys this information. So now I walk outside, the officers, now mind you, it was bleeding outside. It was cold as hell. So I put on my sweater. But what I did was on purpose, I left the zipper open. So he could see my chest hairs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making a joke. So, and I'm out there with shorts on and chancletas. And I walk outside, I'm like, hey, officer. Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you. I said, no, don't worry about it. I said, I know protocol. I said, officer, there's only 3 of us that live here in the house. Only 3 of us are in the property. My wife is right here coming outside right now. And this is my son. My son accidentally called 911. As you can see, all of us are in good health. We're good. He goes, oh, okay. Also, this little guy over here called. Yeah, he's the one calling 911. And I'm sitting there, and he sees the red in my eye. He's like, yeah, he was sleeping. Because I know how to make them feel comfortable. And mind you, I open my garage, so I'm showing I ain't got nothing, but I'm a little different. I know certain protocols. But for you guys who don't, this is why I give y'all little tips every now and again. But now let's dive back into this. Because people not knowing the law, some of y'all guys get scared. So I want to bring this back to the beginning again. And then we're going to let it run. Let's ride out.
Well. Mr. Lionel, do you think Diddy will walk? Do you think that the prosecution is proving their case? Do you think that they have any more witnesses? And is Cassie their star witness? How bad do you think this is for the prosecution, or good, or for the defense? Knock yourself out. Thank you for coming.
Great questions. First, do I think he will walk? If he does, I would not be surprised. Number one. Number two, and in no particular order, your questions are very, very good, but they're each different. Have they proved their case? No. I mean, again, it's a little early. It's like you going into a movie and saying, I don't understand this. It's like, it just started. So I understand that. The thing that I want people to understand, and the message that I have for them to understand, is very simply this. I am a lawyer by profession. I am licensed. I was a prosecutor. And let me imagine if you were charged with speeding, going 55 in a school zone, and you're pulled over, and I give you a ticket, and you say, I'm going to fight this. And you go to court, and I bring up the fact that there was alcohol in the car, and that you were drunk, and that you are a drunk, and you've been arrested for being drunk. And you say, whoa. You charged me with speeding. What about the speeding? I'm here for speeding. Yes, but don't you think this is relevant? No. You don't think drunk driving is relevant? You didn't charge me with that. I'm only here for what you charged me. You decided to charge me with this. This is what you're stuck with. Let's talk about this.
But can't they add any more charges? I saw Nancy Grace that there's new charges added to Diddy because they left it so broad.
What did I tell y'all on Tuesday? I told y'all this. People, why? Listen, subscribe to the channel if y'all new here, man. And turn on your notifications, y'all. People, I've been telling y'all this shit all week. They just wanted to get Diddy. Then they just trying to throw mad shit at the same time, like, here, let's try this and let's try that. The fact is still, no, you can't throw at. Listen, y'all, hear me. Is Diddy a nasty nigga? Yes. Did he defile his lady? Yes. Do I think he's a pig? Yes. If Diddy was on trial for that, would I be on Cassie's side? Yes. Even though she's still a willing participant, but I still think that Diddy a nasty nigga. So I'm sending both of them to jail. You dig? But people, this is not what he's on trial for. And then, like I said, you got other content creators, but But it doesn't give Diddy the right to hit her the way he did. You see how he threw her on the floor and he kicked her? Nobody's saying that Diddy's exempt from that. But I told y'all, where the prosecution fucked up, why are they bringing these sexual experiences against Diddy? Because they got him. So they're trying to add shit now that they got him. They would have to drop the whole case and then refile and then hit him with this. Here's the problem, y'all. You're not going to be able to use this same information. You're not going to... Your Honor, what's the relevance? Well, Your Honor, listen to people, listen. Use your fucking ears, please. Use your ears. I love y'all, but use your fucking ears. So hear me. How is it relevant to an extortion, running a continued criminal enterprises, and trafficking case, which they haven't proved, but now let's say they drop the charges, and they want to hit them with crimes and things of this nature? The same thing still applies, but Your Honor, how incompetent is the prosecution? Because they first, so Your Honor, how did they make this fit for one? They try to squeeze this into my last trial, saying it fit that case. So now I'm going to fight irrelevance on this new charge, because you cannot use people. Now, if they were to convict Diddy on extortion, running a criminal enterprise, and trafficking, and they convict him, now they can come back and say, he's already convicted? Hey, let me get that. We got some more charges for you. That's different, y'all. Y'all gotta understand the difference, man. Thank you, Mama, so much. Oh, you gave me, okay. I appreciate it. No, I'm thinking, I don't need that, Mama. I don't need that. Y'all already know she bought me some good old food, but I'm gonna let this video play. So y'all guys, I know y'all guys always ask me what's on deck. Tonight, we got aguacate, some French fries, and we got some scrambled eggs, some cayenne on that bad boy. But we're not eating right now, because I'm still talking. So let's keep rocking and rolling.
Okay, for the audience, because a lot of people are angry. I am one of them. My ex-husband used to beat the crap out of me. And I'm not laughing about that. It's just that people get so angry with me when I point out that, yes, he's an asshole. Yes, he's beating the crap out of a Cassie. Yes, you know, there are all kinds of things going on there. But it's not what he's charged with. Can you...
People, you're listening to somebody who's a survivor of DV, who happens to be a woman, who happens to be on a big platform, saying what everybody else who is not people. You can only say what she says if you're non-biased. People are out here, Cassie's innocent because Diddy made her drink somebody's pee-pee, and Diddy's... That's bias. That's a bias feeling. Diddy's innocent because she was willing. Yes, she was willing. But that's still bias. Like I said, I'm not on the side of either or of these motherfuckers. I'm on the side of the law. Let's get to the law part. Why? Because I was also locked up. Well, let me say something. They came and got me for a case that it wasn't obviously I'm free. Obviously I'm free by the grace of God and the judge who understood paperwork. But listen, let's keep rocking. See, people, this is why I'm giving you guys a different spin. I'm giving you guys a different spin on things. And I hope you guys understand that. Now let's keep rocking and rolling while I dabble a little bit on this.
Explain to the people what exactly he's charged
Three
with.
charges. Number one, it used to be called the Mann Act or the white slavery charge. Transporting somebody across straight lines, people, for the purposes of prostitution.
Like what
got-
Hunter Biden did.
Yeah. Well, so when they got shot, they got well, you know, they had Jack Johnson, the famous black boxer, R. Kelly,
Oh yeah.
Chuck Berry, you know, but that is okay. So
Chuck
that's-
Berry?
Oh, Chuck Berry. Remember the great?
know that.
Oh yeah, Chuck Berry. Oh, he.
Now R. Kelly is different, y'all, because R. Kelly was dealing with underage women. Listen, y'all, Kelly was giving golden showers to 14-year-olds, according to what the video was. So I can't. This is way different. This is way different.
He had some very interesting, quite a life. So then the other one is, in no particular order, conspiracy, a racketeering conspiracy.
And please, y'all, yes, hit the like button. I'm sorry, I am grubbing a little bit. I've been working overtime for you guys. I've been bringing you guys gaming content, man talk, and now I'm bringing you guys this case and on a different spin. So forgive me, I don't have time to always sit down and eat some food. So I'm just gonna take my time while I'm talking to you guys while we on here live. Some of you guys are at work, you're having a cheese sandwich. I'm not judging you. Some of you right now are sitting back having a cup of coffee with 3 pieces of cheeses. Hey, I ain't judging you neither. You heard? So don't judge me. Let's keep on going. Appreciate that, man.
This is an enterprise. An enterprise, a criminal enterprise. Not just Diddy, not just him doing something, but, and think of it as an organization. Loose-knit, but not just him. If you and I were to plan something, conspire, confederate, if I said, I want to get with you and let's traffic in cocaine, I'll get 10 kilos and what? This is a conspiracy. And we're guilty from the moment we start talking. We're guilty,
Yeah.
even though we have a, okay.
We're
So
not
it's-
talking about that, by the way.
Right. So this is conspiracy from the Latin conspirare, to breathe together, versus me acting individually, all right? So that's it.
Okay.
Now, if that conspiracy goes a little bit further, and let's say it's not just you and me conspiring, maybe with some other people, we actually have almost like a mini enterprise, a mini company, a mini organization. It's an enterprise, racketeering. And that's the so it's a little bit more. So far I've heard Diddy, Cassie. I haven't heard. Now, granted, they're going to argue, the government's going to argue that the security people, those who maybe arranged the freak offs, okay. Maybe those who secured the hotel, okay. Or the site, okay. Maybe. Good luck with that one. Let me.
Why is that not part of the organization? Because I heard people saying that the prosecution is planning to say that Diddy isn't an organization in itself, that he didn't need anybody, because why does he need anybody? Because he's larger than life. And all he had after him were employees.
Now listen, people, this man Lionel is a fucking prosecutor. This is not good. People, an enterprise is not one person, but like she said, they're gonna try to spin it and be like, Diddy didn't need anybody. In order for you to be powerful, you have to have what? People, put it in the comment section. In order for you to be powerful, you have to have what? Let's see if I got any smart people tuned in right now. In order to be powerful, you have to have what? Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Don't be afraid to answer, y'all. Don't be afraid to answer. Cause I know I'll be coming at y'all. Cause I want y'all guys to speak like you got some damn common sense. People. He goes, money, fame, respect. No. I'm waiting for somebody. I'm waiting to see if somebody actually got it. Hit the like button, y'all. In order for you to be powerful, you have to have connections. You have to have connections. That alone means you're not a one-man band. You have to be connected. See, this is what other people are not speaking about on YouTube. Nobody, and now I'm noticing content creators are looking at my streams and then they're trying to find the videos and like do the videos themselves. It's really funny to me. It's still after me, so it don't matter. Listen to me. In order for you to be as powerful as Diddy, you still have to be connected. LeBron James, he got his son to the NBA. He's so powerful. Ready? In order for LeBron, though, to get his son to the NBA, he had to be connected to Jeannie Bust, the owner of the team. So there's still a connection. People, that means other people are going to be taken down. Y'all don't hear me, though. Hit the like button, y'all. Shout out to all the subscribers, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Real talk.
And those employees don't count, should count, sorry, as part of the organization.
Well, they better be, but then again, you're talking about somebody. Is somebody working up as a part of the enterprise? For example, you have to know you're in the enterprise. What if I have a series of, like in the Pizzagate case, I have a series of pizza parlors, and I'm actually selling heroin out of it. You work for me, you don't even know this. You're literally just selling pizzas.
Yeah.
Could you be brought into this? No. But the pizza company was a part of the organization. Yes, but you individually knew nothing about it. So we'll get into that. Listen,
right.
Everybody who's of this stature has people working for them who are,
close to them.
Agents and gophers and that sort of thing. So changing the subject a little bit back, do you remember years ago the story of Ike and Tina Turner? Ike beat the hell out of her.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
they have charged Ike with racketeering? What? Or, well, this is the same thing. But they had people working for him.
Everybody knew what was going on, though, too. Everybody knows. It's the same thing with Harvey Weinstein. Everybody knew what was going on. So do these people that knew what was going on in Hollywood and allowed it to happen, should they be charged as well?
Well, you bring up a good point. There are no laws that mandate you doing something, you reporting it. It's called misprision. But
this is why I'm bringing y'all this video, because some of y'all guys may not understand this. Now, there is no law that says if you work for Diddy and you seen he was doing wrong, you must come forward. No, there's no laws for that. But you can't wait for a case like this and then want to come out of the woodwork, because now it looks like, wait, shut your ass up, because this whole time you didn't say nothing, so don't come in with this bullshit now. But I'm gonna let him cook. I told y'all, this is a former prosecutor, y'all. That's why I didn't tell y'all who he was yesterday, because I didn't want y'all guys to be like, I wanted you guys to be like, who is this guy? Like, why is True showing us this freaking old white guy? He's saying he's on one of the biggest platforms in the country. Cause I'm also, hear me, y'all, I'm also building my own credibility. Y'all guys don't know me. You guys don't know my intellect. You guys don't know my understanding. But now you guys are starting to. Now you guys are starting to. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
But there are other cases.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app and
where they're called mandatory reporters. For example, if you're a teacher, a nurse, you see evidence of something, you have to bring it. But that's about it. So what we're seeing is, and as this develops, this has been going on since when the Stones and the Who and Led Zeppelin and the days of the groupies, when Cream magazine used to talk about jailbait and baby groupies and the plaster casters and all of this. This has been going on since the days of Charlie Chaplin, Fatty Arbuckle,
Pay attention.
Bow. But all of a sudden, this guy,
Thank you.
this guy now is trafficking. I'll bet you that if he were to sit down, if you were to sit there and say, Diddy, tell me the truth. I remember, I don't like him. I don't know him. I couldn't tell you what song he, doesn't matter. I'm a lawyer. But
Me
if
too.
I looked at him and I said, what did you do? He says, I do it all the time. I did it. I could name, and you could probably name, 5 other people, famous people, who did the same thing.
Now, Boozy, shout out to little Boozy for being fucking respectful. Boozy, if you watching, man, shout out to you, my nigga, cause you a gangster, bro. Boozy was the first person to come out and say, as trafficking. Boozy said, nigga, I do the same shit all the time. You know how many chicks I put on a plane? You know how many women put men on a plane? They cross state lines. Everybody does this. Football, baseball, basketball, general managers, CEOs, fucking. That people, I told y'all not fucking listening to me. Diddy is not on trial. Powerful men are on trial. So like he just said, all of a sudden, this been going on since fucking Christ. Now all of a sudden we gotta get this guy Diddy right here. Number one, I told y'all earlier what we think it is. Diddy thought he was gonna supersede one of the masters, and they spanking him on the hand. And they trying to kill his credibility at the same time. People, I want you to understand something. I am not on Diddy's side or Cassie's side. I am on the side of what's being shown to us. And I'm telling you guys, now all of a sudden, Jay-Z did it. Queen Latifah did it. The Kardashians done it. Why aren't they on trial? So Diddy pissed somebody off. And this is why people are saying that. Because this is just simply a smear campaign. They're trying to remove some of this man's power. That's all this is, y'all. That's all this is. Listen, people, Boozy came and said, people, I've done it. You've done. I told you, nigga. I've been telling y'all since Tuesday, fellas. If Diddy goes down for this, we should all go to jail. All of us are going to jail. Why? Because I've taken a girl. People, I've had a house in New York, and I have a house in Pennsylvania. I've said to a young lady, yo, let's come to my house in Pennsylvania. I cross state lines. So I should be going to jail too, people. Diddy is not on trial. This is a power play. Cause now everybody can come out of the woodwork And I ain't even get to the next. I only got 2 videos for y'all. And I ain't even get to the other video yet. And the other video, there are 6 people. Listen to the number. There are, since this trial, there has been 66 civil cases against Diddy. Four people are called up to testify. All right, now listen. I may not be able to count past 10, but I know 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Let's assume I don't know how to count past 10. So you mean to tell me 60 plus cases already in civil court, and out of all those people, only 4 were pulled up to testify? Do you smell it? Do you smell it? Do you smell it? I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. But let's keep letting them cook. Let's keep listening.
And I don't know. It doesn't really surprise me. But let me ask you this. Let me jump to 3 things. Let me just make sure we answer your question. Because as you can see, when I start talking, I'm all over the place.
That's so okay. No, but that racketeering, just to clarify, the charges are racketeering. Can you explain to people what racketeering means? Because a lot of people,
again,
you're a lawyer, you can answer that.
Racketeering means we have a criminal enterprise. It's not just me and you. We have a little organization. Think of the mafia. Think of the mafia. Think of the Gambino crime family.
Right.
And employees don't count. Employees don't count. It has to be people at the same level.
You have to know what's going on. You might be an underling, but you know you're a part of the Gambino crime family.
Ready? What did I tell you yesterday? That now Diddy's ex-partner, who owned 25% of Bad Boy until 2020, now all of a sudden he want to testify against Diddy. I guarantee you they're going to kick his ass out. I said I guarantee you they're going to kick his ass out. You want to know why? So when was Bad Boy Entertainment established? So you're telling me since 1993, since he's been running a running a criminal enterprise, and now you want to take the stand against him? You're just as guilty as he is. Because from 1993 till 2020, that's 20 plus years. That's almost 3 decades. You didn't know something was going wrong? Remember, you have to be on the same level of or a position of power. Managers, bosses, general managers. Y'all better get ready, man. I'm telling you, if this man walks, there's gonna be a riot. There's gonna be a riot.
Benefiting or trying to get into it. Doesn't matter. You may just be,
Okay, that's a good point. Because being just an employee does not make you part of the organization.
Listen.
To know what's going on. You might be an underling, but you know you're a part of the Gambino crime family.
And you're benefiting from it.
Benefiting or trying to get into it. Doesn't matter.
Don't let it go over your head. Ready? I showed you the video from the other day where the girls from Dirty Money, one of the girls, Drea, something like that, well, not one of Drea, one of the Dawn is testifying against Diddy. But the other girl from Dirty Money is like, Diddy ain't do nothing wrong. That splits. Her testifying is going to go down by the waistline, because you have the other girl from Dirty Money saying, I seen Cassie strip teasing and dancing on all of us. She was trying to be in. Cassie was strip teasing. She was dancing on all of us. She wanted to get in the set. She wanted to get sexed in. See, because y'all guys are listening to this trial in an emotional way. I don't make emotional decisions, y'all. I don't act in my emotions. That's probably one of the reasons why till this day I am surrounded and I have a lot of powerful friends. I don't just jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that I know. People, hear me out. I have a lot of powerful friends. Let me give you an example. If you know who Jay Prince is, put a 1 in the chat. Hip Hop Jay Prince. If you know who Jay Prince is, put a 1 in the chat. If you know who Jay Prince is. Shout out to the 292 in the building. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So, Jay Prince's artist came to my city, New York City. Listen. Let me see if he'll answer. Let me see if my brother will answer, man. Let me see. Cause my brother, man, he always busy. He running around. And right now he got some fake ass RICO charge on him, man. Hold up. Where my brother at? Right here. Let me see if my brother answer. Cause my brother is innocent. My brother is innocent until proven guilty. My brother is innocent until proven guilty. So let's see if he'll answer. Let's see. Hopefully he does. Hopefully my brother answered the damn phone call, man. Hi, Papa Lindos. Alright, hold up. Yo, bro, I'm in a live stream, man. I'm gonna need you to answer your phone, bro. Give me a kiss. I love you. Get some rest, okay? Good night. Bye. Come on, Papa Lindos. Mama. Thank you, mamas. Happy. Get some rest, mama. Can you please put one of the sound things on and put the air on to run while I'm doing this, please? So my brother is Hocus 4/5. When Jay Prince artist came to New York City, he got robbed for his chain and got cut. My brother Hocus wasn't even in New York City at the time. I want you to understand, my brother got on the plane, went to New York City, and said, I need that chain in my hand in 24 hours. He went and got Jay Prince the chain back. So I want you guys to understand, my family circle runs deep. I have ties to the street. I have ties to law enforcement. So I understand both sides pretty well. And both sides have done a great job protecting me pretty well. Thank you to all of y'all guys always showing me some love. But now, what I want you guys to understand something is this. if people are also, like he said, if people are trying to get in, people making of the band, Dirty Money, Cassie, Young Miami, Diddy's already established. So they trying to get down with Diddy. So anything they do and then going along, y'all don't understand how this thing goes deep, y'all.
Okay, that's a good point. Because being just an employee does not make you part of the organization.
No.
You have to benefit or try to get into it for personal gain.
But more importantly, you have to know it. You have to know I know exactly what I'm doing. Do you know you're working for Diddy? Yes. Are you procuring women for the freak-offs? Yes. Do you realize some of these women might be underage, which really hasn't been charged?
Right.
But, yes. Do you understand that a lot of there's drugs involved? Yes. I know that. This is what I'm there. Okay, you're a member of the enterprise.
Right.
But the bottom line is, and what's important is, and this is the most critical. So I'm saying, let me just go back. Mann Act, which is that white slavery statute, transporting across state lines for prostitution. We mentioned racketeering.
Hit the like button, y'all.
Number 3, and this is the most important, human trafficking.
Yeah.
Human trafficking, sex trafficking, where I use force, fraud, or coercion in order for you to do something. Let me tell you the best example. The best example would be to take in an unaccompanied minor. Somebody who comes to this country, a cartel brings them in. I grab a little girl. I grab a mother. You work for me. You give me your passport if you have one. You're going to go into labor trafficking, sex trafficking, and I'm threatening you. Now I am using you as chattel. I am using you. I am benefiting from you. This is trafficking. I am benefiting you. It's almost slavery. Slavery is probably one of the best words or versions of this. Now, so those are the big 3. Here's my question. Now, cross-examination, I think today is part 2 of this. Cross-examination is the best part about trials because this is when I get to interview the other side's witness.
You're a defense attorney, just to be on the record.
Right, but if I'm a defense attorney, so I'm going to get the chance to cross-examine the prosecution witness. The prosecution can cross-examine my witness. Cross-examination means the other side's person I'm talking to. And you can use leading questions, which is the most important. So, Cassie, you could have left any time, couldn't you? Yes. Did he put a gun to your head? No. These texts that you have, I want to be your freak. Did anybody put you up to this? No, because remember, the subsidiary issue here is consent.
Yeah.
You could have left. Now,
It was a bad day for the prosecution yesterday, wasn't it?
I don't know. Let me say something very...
He's answering these things very carefully. I like this guy. Mind you, y'all, you're watching Lionel, a former prosecutor. This is why I'm showing y'all this. This is a former prosecutor, y'all. Nobody else is giving you this kind of content because nobody else understands it, because nobody else has ties to the fields that I have ties to. So I'm trying to give you guys a different spin than what everybody else is doing. Let's keep going.
Very carefully here. Unless you are in that courtroom, and unless you can really see what people are saying, you don't know. It might have been great. I don't know.
No, I mean, in the case of the text messages where she said that she couldn't wait for them to freak off, or she's setting them up, or how she didn't like to do freak offs with girls, but how she couldn't wait to be with him.
Yes.
This is after one freak off. So this is why I said that these are text messages that are out there, that they posted them. So
and what they do and what they see.
And people, don't forget, she broke up with Diddy 3 different times and left. Why did you come back? Why you the first time you left, you're free. 'Cause I'm free, free falling. You're free. You're free. Why did you come back? This is where you're no longer a victim. People, y'all gotta stop being emotional, man. Please. This is the reason why I said I'm not, all parties are innocent until proven guilty. I'm not with Diddy. I'm not with Cassie. I am on the side of the law. And I still stand on what I say. You not knowing the law does not exempt you from it. So let's keep going.
To do is remember the way that he went. Remember, Diddy doesn't have to prove anything. He has to either he wins by a mistrial or hung jury. One person votes to acquit, the rest don't. That's it. It's a mistrial. Got to do it again, which is a loss for the prosecution. Number two.
Listen. If just one person says Diddy's not guilty, it's a mistrial, which is a loss for the prosecutor. Why? People, why? Because they cannot present this same thing again. Now they gotta find something else. People, nobody's bringing y'all this content, man. Nobody's giving it to y'all this way. Come on, y'all. This channel's like a buffet. 1 minute I could be gaming, next minute I'm having a man talking. Now when I was talking about Cassie, just take what you want from the channel and the rest you just leave it there. Just, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, y'all. But listen. I'm not getting into that right now, man. Hold up.
And flat out acquittal, unanimous not guilty. And all of that is by creating reasonable doubt. Not proving that it didn't happen, but making it.
Now, you heard what he said. I told y'all this earlier. I said, Diddy don't gotta prove shit. All Diddy's doing in court, y'all, is he's just sitting there like this. The prosecutor has to do all of the proving. All the defense has to show is they were willing participants. And yeah, listen, there are major things that hurt Cassie. In 2018, in August, she said she was raped. And oh my God, he did all this. And in September of the same year, she voluntarily went out with Diddy again and slept with him. And she said on the stand, no, this was consensual. I wanted to sleep with him. Why? Her response was damaging. You just don't forget about the good times. You just don't stop loving somebody like that. Like he's still a good person to me. So you're volunteering. People. Are you aware? I know in Georgia, any of y'all who are in Georgia, pay attention. If you're, listen to me. Let's just say you're getting a divorce from your wife. Or your wife is divorcing you. And she's going for alimony. Listen. This is where you guys got to keep your little pee-pee in your pants. If I'm not mistaken, this is how it goes. Don't quote me. If she's also seeking alimony, right? And there's a court case. There are lawyers that would say, look, there's a way for you to get alimony. We could skip this whole process. What do you mean? Go home and fuck your husband. and keep fucking them to the next court date. Why? Because if he still desires access to your body, that kills your case. I'll do a video on that. I'm going to say this again. Because you don't know the laws, it doesn't exempt you. People, why do you think I always tell you guys, when you get married, there should always be a prenup? People are like, why? Women be like, I don't want a prenup. Well, this is what I would say to the fellas, you dummies. To you, I called you a dummy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You got offended? Oh. Maybe you shouldn't know the laws. Whether you have if you don't have a prenup, you still fall under the prenup of the state. You still fall under the prenup of the state. Why do you think most women like to get married in New York or in Los Angeles? Two of the states that still have lifetime alimony. Florida just got rid of it. Bravo to Florida. Bravo. Nobody should be paying for none of these chicks for the rest of your life. But listen to me. Like I showed you guys the Anthony Edwards case. The same thing. How the chick was in Atlanta, packed up and moved to California to have the baby. So when she goes to court, she could tell the court, I'm in Los Angeles to get unlimited child support. But the judge was like, bitch, how long you been a resident here? Or like 3 months. Get your ass back over there to where you was at. We knew what she was trying to use the system. The judges are waking up all over the place, y'all. Judges are waking up all over the place. I want you to understand that. But there are little loopholes that you don't know about because you don't read. There's a saying, y'all. If you want to keep people dumb and stupid, put everything in a book, because nobody wants to read. Ready? Not to use this example, but I'm a man of God, so I can use it. Most of y'all guys be like, I'm a man of God, I'm a woman of God, Jesus. And you never even read the Bible. You regurgitating the shit that your grandmother and your mother taught you when you was a kid, and that's all you know. You be there, the law says thou shalt not kill. That's not what the Bible says, y'all. Thou shalt not kill. That's not the original interpretation, because if you did your work, you would know. The original interpretation is thou shalt not murder. Okay. Kill is, you're not supposed to kill in cold blood. If you kill an animal to survive because you need to eat the animal, that's blessed. But now you can't, you don't kill animals for sport. Now that's not blessed. But let's continue. See, because you guys don't read. Only God can judge me. That's not what the Bible says. See, that's because your mammy, your grandmammy told you that. Only God could judge. No one could judge me. Only God. That's not what the book says. I'm not trying to get biblical. I'm just giving you an example. That's not what the book says. That's not what the book says. Because anybody's allowed to make a righteous judgment on you. Because you don't read. Ready? It's the same thing when I tried out for American Idol. When I tried out for America's Got Talent. When I tried out for what was the one where the singers, they hit the button and they turn around? The choice or the voice. Everybody, I brought all that paperwork to different lawyers, and they were like, you don't want to go on these shows. I'm like, why? They showed me a clause in the contract. If they want me to be no offense to that community, if they want to dress me up and have me be a homosexual male, I signed on to that. I agreed to it because I signed the contract. If they want to speak about things that I don't want them to talk about, I signed on to the show for that. Most of you guys just don't understand it. But let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's dive back and see, because you guys don't read. Because you guys don't listen. There's a saying, readers are leaders. That's why I'm always encouraging you guys to read. But let's keep going.
Jury say, I'm not so sure about this. And the other way to win is on appeal. Because they are setting themselves up for an appeal like you cannot believe. Because I know.
How are they doing that? Well, let's first finish the 3 questions, and then you can tell me that.
So anyway, but they're talking there, and so they're saying. So did he pull you into a van and get you to go there? Did he give you a narcotic? Did he tranquilize you? And you wake up, and next thing you know, you're in a freak off, and you couldn't leave, and you were chained. No, you wanted to go there. And in all these pictures of you with him, your career benefited, you were paid. Not to mention, you got how much in this civil lawsuit? $20 million. Okay, fine. All right. Now listen, the incident of this beating is irrelevant. What does that have to do with anything?
Thank you. This is what I wanted to show you, people. People, this is why I'm playing this for you. This is the former prosecutor, y'all. He literally said, they keep showing this beating video. Look, Diddy was beating her. Look, but do you see what he did in the hallway? Do you see what he did? He kicked her in the face, kicked her in the butt like a rag doll, and dragged her to the room. People, listen. Who remembers the year that video took place? It was 2015. She was with Diddy until 2018. Why the fuck did you stay? And according to her own specific words, Diddy never touched her till that moment. And then it just got worse from that moment on. And you were still with him. And then you left him and came back. And then in 2020, 2021, Diddy was still able to contact your girl and say congratulations on the baby. And people, and what did I tell you guys? You cannot just show a little text message. If I go to court, they're gonna confiscate my entire phone. My entire phone. They're gonna read every single thread on this phone. That's why it got out. Why do you think her husband was mad? Oh, did he hit you in 2021 to congratulate you on this baby? Really? I bet you he didn't know that. Oh, in 2023, Cassie, not Diddy, Cassie messages Diddy and says, you know, I hope we can be casual at some, like, not casual, what is it? Fuck, I can't find the words. Cordial. I hope we can be cordial at some point. With the person that you're saying is a monster? People, this is why I said, I'm not on either side. I'm on the side of the law. You want to know why? Because me being on the side of the law exempts me from having any feelings towards anything. That's why. But like I said, you have all these YouTubers simping. Some guys are simping for Cassie. But Diddy shouldn't have hit her like that. Why did Diddy hit her like that? We don't care. We understand Diddy's a foul nigga for putting hands on a woman. I don't respect no man that puts hands on women. But this is not what we here for. It doesn't matter. Hell with the trial. Lock him up for hitting Cassie. You're not gonna lock him. See? People want them to remove what's in front of them. They cannot add charges till they drop the charges that are already going on. And if they drop the charges, they can't use anything that they have right now, that they presented right now in front of Diddy. They can't present it. If they goes to a mistrial, the prosecutors lose. Now they can't use this evidence again. I don't understand this, man.
It's wrong. It's terrible. He's not charged with hitting her. There is a rule called 403 evidence. And that means that when evidence is probative, meaning it proves something, but the tendency to inflame the jury, to prejudice the jury, is so great, the court has to keep it out. Not everything that's relevant comes in. So the question you have to ask is, they must have objected, Judge, what does this have to do other than prejudice the jury against Diddy? Why is this important? Why is this case before this example of them beating? How is this not
Probably
prejudicial?
later on. He's
not being charged with this. This was disposed of before. This has nothing to do with this. Now, if they're smart, they would hope the judge would let it in, as he did. That lays the groundwork for an appeal, for an appellate court later to say, you were right, this judge was wrong, he should have
That was prejudicial against the defendant because he was not being charged with that. It's like, for example, if you're charged with speeding and then they show a bunch of videotapes of you stealing in a store. What does that
Let me
have?
ask you this. Let me give you another example. What they did to Harvey Weinstein, I think is an absolute disgrace. Now, I don't, again,
Me too.
I don't know who
I think it's disgusting.
well, I don't know anything about Weinstein, but let me tell you a problem with it. We're giving a different topic, but to give you an idea of how unfair this is. If Harvey Weinstein is on trial for doing something to a particular woman in a particular case, you should stick to those facts.
Yeah.
Not bring up a woman 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that he did something kind of similar to, who never was the basis of a charge. Why are they doing this? The jury says, oh, you mean he's done this before? So what they're saying is, oh, no, we're not doing that in order to prejudice him. We're showing you a common pattern.
Right.
Why is it allowed then? Why is it allowed?
I don't know.
Because of the woke movement, because I know that before they were pretty tough with what was allowed in or not. Like they wouldn't allow previous crimes or anything into certain criminal fields. But why are they doing it now? It's a different environment, isn't it?
Let me give you the theory behind it. Let's assume, for example, you're a bank robber. And every time, and we know you rob banks, and you wear a particular hat, you say a particular thing, you use a particular gun, you have an MO, modus operandi, every time you've done it. We have a new bank robbery case, but we don't know it's you. But this one does everything you did before. So I can put on evidence of past crimes, not to show that you're a bad person, not that you have a criminal propensity, but to show that this is your MO. Okay, maybe. So under that rule, they always stretch it. And they're saying, well, the reason why we're doing this with Harvey Weinstein is to show that there is a, and you think, well, no. We don't have any doubt as to who the person is. There is no MO here. They use it as an excuse to try to poison and taint the minds of the jury.
Yep.
They want the jury to hate this person. And they're going to throw everything at. Now, let's go back to Diddy for a moment.
But the jury doesn't hate Diddy. Because there's videos of even people, even on Friday, they said about the whole, so why did you hit Diddy saying you want to be cordial at some point in 2023? Well, and her husband was right there. I know he is swinging at the air, bro. He's right there. And she's like, no, but we have history, XYZ. And he and the defendant, the defending juror, the defending lawyer said, "Oh, so you hate Diddy?" And she goes, I don't hate him. Oh, so you love him. I don't hate him. So you love him. So you still got love for him, right? I don't hate him. People, you know how horrible that... You know how... People, like I said yesterday, if I was her husband, I would have said, bitch, you better say you hate this man. You hope he burns and rots in hell. Because you're saying all these awful things to come and say, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. So as bad as they're trying to make him look, they're not convincing the juries. The juries, I showed you guys videos earlier where the juries are exhausted about hearing about their sexcapades. They're like, where's the crime? We're here for the crime. And if Cassie was their strongest witness, this ain't good, this ain't looking good.
You know these escorts who were supposedly doing these things to Cassie? The first question I would have for them was, did anybody offer you from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District, did anybody offer you immunity? Because you're testifying under oath that you defiled her. Remember, Diddy was watching. You did this. You did these acts. I don't want to go into them now, but you did this. So how are you testifying under oath and admitting to criminality?
Getting paid and walking out.
So they made a deal with you, right? Did they threaten to prosecute you if you didn't testify? Why are you doing this now? On your own? You're a good citizen? No. You were threatened most probably. And you were granted immunity. See, whenever somebody...
And this is what I said earlier about Young Miami. The feds are threatening Young Miami to testify against Diddy, and they're not giving her immunity. You cannot threaten and coerce people to testify against Diddy. And especially if, like he said, if I was the escort, hold up. So did you still engage in the act? Yeah. You took the money. Yeah. And then you came back again? Well, yeah, so why did you come back again? Why did you... People, you know what it is? You guys don't understand how the law works and how it applies. So all you guys see is a video of Diddy, which is foul. If Diddy was on trial for DV, listen, I told you guys, if Diddy was on trial for DV, I would get on my knees, do exactly what the Bible says, which is call out to your Father who are in heaven. And I would say, can you please, I know the Bible doesn't change and you're God, you're God then, now, and forevermore, but can you make one change for me? I know that the hell is in heaven, and hopefully I'm there, I'm able to go there one day. And I want to know that Diddy got his own little corner in hell just for himself. Because what he did, kicking her on her head, 100%, he's a monster. But people, that's not what he's on trial for. So I can't sit here and want to throw somebody in jail because y'all bringing extortion, running a criminal enterprise, and trafficking. I cannot do it, especially when Diddy tells Cassie, this is gonna be our last freak off. And she responds, no. I want this to be the first of many for the rest of my life. You can't tell me that and then tell me you're gonna throw trafficking on Diddy when she's saying no. I want this to be the first of many in my life. That could be emotional if you want.
The jury should know this. This was brought during the Biden administration, this Department of Justice. And I think, isn't Comey's daughter one of the prosecutors in this? It comes down to the closing argument. And this is the most important. This is when both sides have rested. And you have a big poster up there. These are the 3 charges. Let's go through them, folks. Number 3, where was the evidence? Not of somebody who traveled, but somebody who brought a woman across state lines, the Mann Act, for prostitution? No. Is this prostitution? Or are there people going to a party? Hugh Hefner had these parties. These are called orgies. They've been doing this forever. Why? I don't want to get prudish. It may not be, your cup of tea, but if it's consensual. Number 2, if Diddy said...
That's why Hugh Hefner could never be charged with anything. Because people knew there were orgies. Orgies. People, did you know that you could rent a station in the Playboy Mansion? There were places that had like exotic cave waterfalls with beds behind it. And you could rent. And no, because if you're a willing participant, they can't convict you of anything.
Like when somebody says, let me tell you.
If Diddy walks, man.
We did have security there. You know why? Not to keep the women in, but to keep people out. We had a list of women around the block who couldn't wait to go to a Diddy party. Do you know how big this was? Everybody. Do you want me to? And I wish he would say, let me read a list of some of the names of the people who've been to these freak offs. Shall I? Let him go through that.
Why are they doing that? Why aren't they doing that?
Maybe they will, because he's not put his case on yet. I don't know. Remember, I'm not in court, and I'm just kind of guessing. But I would have loved to have said, Cassie, when you were there, did you see, go down the list. Did you see this person there? No. Did you see this person there? No. This may be a surprise to you. Let me back up a little bit. Years ago, I was fascinated in my talk radio with swingers. And they used to call them wife swapping. And at the time, I interviewed these people, and for them, it was a very natural thing, alternative lifestyle, but not my cup of tea, but that's fine. And I said, is this in any way against the law? And they said, no, because we're adults, it's consensual, it's not prostitution, it's just, and it was. So what I'm trying to say is, if I went through this...
And this is a fact, y'all. If I'm married... and you're married and we wife swap, that's not against the law. People, you see, because y'all guys, because you have no knowledge of the law, that's why a lot of people are emotionally invested in this case, and they're losing their minds because they're like Cassie or Diddy, and people, I've had people say I'm a piece of shit because I'm defending Diddy. Do you guys hear me defending Diddy? Am I defending Diddy? Am I here defending Diddy? Well, Cassie's innocent because she's a victim. She is a victim of DV. Yes, she is a victim of DV. But she ain't a victim of no S crimes. She ain't a victim of no sex crimes. She cause listen to me. When Diddy could show that Cassie was reaching out herself to swing with other couples, not Diddy. Wife swapping is crazy and nasty. Those famous people need God. I understand you. You would be right. That's not what we're here about, though. She could have done anything. because she left 3 times. She wasn't held against her will. Because, mind you, and this is true, y'all guys know me. I'm in the armed service. Y'all guys know, even before. So, I can't say where, but one time, one of the biggest, let me not say that. It was a super huge water plant, right? So, you know, me and the homies, we sitting there, we all strapped up. We're not there for anything but keeping people out. This people, y'all, and it's because y'all guys, I'm sorry, a lot of y'all ignorant, and y'all still have this elementary, this poor mindset. You have, ready? I'll give you a great example. If I knew a father, like, ready? Don't listen. The father that took out one of those sheriffs because the police unalived his son, and he went and took out one of theirs. Now listen, don't get offensive. Y'all know I told you I have officers in my family, so I am a father at the same time. For him it was an eye for an eye. You took my son, I take one of yours. Now, what I will say to you is this. Would I stand by him by doing the right thing as a father? That was some John Q shit. Who wouldn't stand behind him as a father? But now, as far as going as far as you did, I can't. Because I get it. Maybe he felt he wouldn't be able to get no justice no other kind of way, and he just went out there on a limb. If somebody raped your daughter and you took his life and you go to jail happy like, I did it, I'm with you. Go dad. But my boy, your daughter's still alive. Now she has to watch you behind the wall, and your daughter's still alive. Use your brain, people. Use your brain. I told y'all, this is a different YouTube channel, y'all. When I have man talk, like tomorrow morning, we doing man talk at 7 a.m., 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. Listen, I go at things, I'm a non-biased person. Why? Because I have enough life experience to know and understand both sides. Let's go.
I'm saying, I would say to Cassie, how can you say that there was anything wrong when people knew about it, wanted to go to it, and if you wanted to spend 3 days in a hotel room having sex with strangers and you're an adult, it's not against the law.
Right.
And if you want to use drugs yourself, that may not be that may be against the law, but that's what you're doing. Diddy's not doing this. Now, if you're going to try to my point is, I would want to deconstruct this so that the jury would look at each other and say, why are we here? What are we doing here? This is not what I thought it was. These were parties. These were people. Do you ever hear about his Hamptons white party?
Yep.
Yeah.
This was the hottest ticket in town. So,
yeah, all of them were.
So this is a guy who said, excuse me, maybe you think I'm putting on these bacchanals or these.
Now, as somebody like myself who, my family, we have a residence in the Hamptons. I've been in people. Now, I'm not a partier. I want you guys to understand. Now, I can say this about myself, y'all, because y'all guys don't know this. For a long time, I was thought to be gay when I was in the music industry when I was younger, because I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, and anytime I would go out someplace where there was a performance, listen, you know how the clubs like to get the girls around you in the VIP? I'd be like, anybody that knows me, hold up. Anybody that knows me knows I used to kick them out. I used to literally get the women kicked out. Bro, what's good, bro?
What's going on?
I need 30 seconds of your time.
Oh, okay. I'm in the car. I just left this event right now.
All right, no problem. So this is my brother, International Nova. Nova, say what up, man. I'm streaming, man. Say what up to the people.
What, yeah. What's going on? Yeah, what's poppin'?
So, Nove, remember when we were younger and I was performing? Remember I was headlining? Me and you performed all over the place, all over the world with Don Omad and everybody. Remember all the performances? They going all of them. Remember everywhere we went. Everywhere we went. Whenever we went to VIP and they had ladies there, what did I always instruct them to do?
Well, I mean, for the most part, we kind of kept them separate. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to mess up any business. You know what I'm saying? So we always kind of kept them separate, kept them away from what we was doing, to be honest with you.
Now, y'all heard my brother. I didn't call him in the event. He's in the car. I just called my brother and he told you this on live stream. I be like, listen, move that shit over there. Move that shit. So can I, because I'm over here streaming. We got 334 in the building. Shout out to them. So, bro, I appreciate you. Get home safe. Hope the event went well. We speak more in a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So my brother International Nova, he's the one that's on Love and Hip Hop. The first Spanish couple to make it on Love and Hip Hop. So hear me. So I used to go to the clubs and be like, the girls would be like, ooh, papi, ay que rico, ay que rico. And I'll be like, yo, move this shit. And it was because I never wanted to get caught up in no bullshit. People used to think like, yo, Cash, you don't see it, nigga, she bad. Oh, man, fuck that bitch. Man, cause y'all guys gotta understand the perception people get. The perception people can have of me having all these girls around me, I don't want no one to say, oh, I was partying with Casual that night and something happened in the club while I was with him. You wasn't with me. You wasn't with me. Bitch, you was over there. People, and this is my brother. No need to lie. That's why I tell you guys, I got real life experiences that other content creators don't have. I got real world experiences. My brother has been on the road with me plenty of places, and anywhere I've went, I've always held my ground. They'll send bottles, keep that shit. Yo, they'll send 10 bottles. Yo, fellas, drink up. Ask them. I used to keep what I used to do is this. I ain't gonna lie. I used to pour out one of the bottles and put like Sprite in the bottle and just hold this shit and be like, you know what I'm saying? Just to still look like festive. That's what I used to do, y'all. He goes, I like how you are not scared saying your point of view, which people may disagree with you, but realistically, just imagine your girl was included. And right, just imagine if I hear you. So I try to remain as neutral as possible. And this is something that most other content creators can't provide you guys, because they don't have this. They don't have this experience. They don't have it. They don't have it. I appreciate everybody subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button too. Let's continue.
Bohemian Grove type of thing. We knew about this, and I also want you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury to understand something. In my lifestyle and where I live, this is the way we hang. And you may not like it, but we do this knowingly, with eyes wide open.
That's how we roll. That's how they roll.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about what you and I think is permissible or not. We have so little, you would think, after all of the trials that we've seen, and the fact that we love true crime, and the fact that we're always talking about court TV, and nobody knows anything about
Wrenches on earn, my boy.
Let me give you another example. This makes
wrenches on earn, and members get them automatically.
But there was a fellow named Epstein. And Epstein, this was a homicide. Absolutely, positively, 100%. Why are they charging him? Let me ask this question. Was Diddy the only one at these parties? If you and I are involved, do you know if we rob a bank and I say, look, all I want you to do is just be outside. When I come, just drive me away. Be the getaway driver. You are just as guilty as I am. You are a principal in the first degree. 100%.
Yeah.
The people.
And I use that example on Thursday when I said, just because if I'm the driver and we're robbing a bank, just because I drove the car, I'm gonna get hit with the same charge, the same years as the guys who went in there and stuck up the place. It's the same thing. It's the same.
People who were there, who assisted, who lured people in, other stars. Why aren't they being charged?
Right.
Why is Diddy the sole organizer of this? The only one? Nobody
Can you
else?
speculate on that? Why?
Maybe somebody said, look, we'll give you someone. Just go away. We're going home. Okay, who can you give? Cat Williams. No. Diddy. Okay, you know what? That might do it. Oh.
Why not Jay-Z? Jay-Z was part of this little group of R. Kelly, Diddy, and...
I've been telling y'all this for weeks. They're spanking Diddy, people. I was the only person all week long since the trial started. I've been telling you guys, Diddy is not on trial. Powerful men are on trial. They're trying to spank Diddy to show the rest of the powerful men, look what we can do to you if we want to. People, you have to. Listen, Diddy may walk free, but they still tarnished his name. And that's what they're trying to show other powerful men. Don't think you're bigger than us. Don't think you're more powerful than us. He said Diddy did something wrong. Yup. Diddy pissed off the wrong individual. And this is payback. And hear me, and I'm happy that I may have been the first person to say it, but when you have lawyers, former prosecutors, big channels with 5.8 million subscribers now saying what I already said, I don't feel like I'm saying anything wrong.
I have, first of all, he is proved to be he's hired a great lawyer. He has been proved or alleged, you can allege all day, all you want, but he has so far not been involved, implicated in any way whatsoever. So I don't know why somebody's not involved. I think they tried to, and then this case was dismissed and other people doing it. I don't know. But the point is, I can't tell you why. Why him? Why not him? Why?
And I'll tell you, I told you this, guys, on Friday. If you notice, there was a lawyer that was sitting there. There was a lawyer that was sitting there the whole time while the defense attorney was talking, the lady, he was just sitting there. And I was just waiting. Like, Diddy got that motherfucker right there. They were waiting to hear Cassie's testimony. Now, starting on Monday, tomorrow morning, he's in. He's in. He's taking over. He's taking over. He's the front man now. He's in. And now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, I believe that they're trying to get Cassie back for another 1 or 2 days. Because he's going to be the one to approach her. He's going to be the one to cross-examine. This is going to get nasty, y'all. And the whole time in the court, I'm like, why are they saying that this man is just sitting there? He was just sitting there like this, listening. If he's calling her back, Diddy don't play fair, y'all. Diddy not playing fair. Diddy about to take that for real. Diddy about to listen.
I heard. Why did all of these people who were involved in this, why did all of these people decide over the years to just, they happen to be, I don't want to make a racist thing out of it, but why are they black? I have no idea. But what I'm saying right now is, as far as Diddy goes, this I do understand. Of the charges they charged him with, I am still waiting to hear something about an enterprise, an organization, not a rehash of what amounts to a state court domestic problem. That's what I'm wondering.
Which happened in California, by the way, because that
Yes.
case happened in California. Okay, so do you think that the reason why they charged him with racketeering and trafficking is because those state cases, like domestic violence, had already reached the limit of a statute of limitation and they weren't able to charge under that?
Could be, or
Could be.
a lot of times they have to charge it because there is no federal version of battery or domestic violence. It's always
Right.
bigger. For example, there's no such thing as murder per se. They'll charge violation of someone of their violating someone's civil rights. You know, it's always couched in a different way. I don't know. In order to win, you look at what they are charging you with, and you basically tell the jury, forget whatever you thought, based upon these charges, in this case, he did not commit this offense. That's it.
This is what I said to y'all. I've been saying this. If I was Diddy's attorney, I would sit there and be like, do you guys want to cross-examine? No, Your Honor. Next witness, Your Honor. Next one, Your Honor. All Diddy's defense lawyer has to say at the end. Because everybody gets the big booklet that they pull out. I know, I'm pulling out my little chalkboard. It ain't a chalkboard, but same shit. Still works just the same. It's my little box. So the jury. We got 3 charges here. Extortion, running a criminal enterprise, a continuous criminal enterprise, and trafficking. According to everything you heard in here, let's start here. Do you believe anything you heard is extortion? Obviously it's not. Do you hear anything of running a continuous criminal enterprise? Is there any trafficking going on here? No. All right. So jurors, I think you know what's the right thing to do. All we asking you for is to do the right thing. Everything we heard here, they have a weird fetish, weird relationship. Nothing here sticks to my client. So now us, we the people, we're expecting you guys to go make a decision and come back and do the right thing. And I'm going to say this again. I told you guys on Tuesday, if Diddy walks, it's going to get crazy. Watch this. If Diddy walks, I got $5,000 for anybody who want to take this bet. If Diddy walks, you're going to hear all the feminist movements. This sets women back 900 years. Women are always oppressed. Look at it. We're another example of a powerful man getting away with murder. And you're going to hear, it's going to be awful. It's going to be awful. And I feel bad for everybody that turned their back on Diddy. Because Diddy get out, he gets his houses back. Everything that was in the house, they have to return it. Banks, accounts, they can't hold them anymore. And Diddy's Fuck You tour, I'm paying. I'm gonna pay to go see it. Diddy gonna be like, here, bad, 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 bad boy. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you. The Fuck You tour that Diddy's gonna go on, you're gonna want to see it in person. I'm paying money to see it in the front. I want to be in the front row. Because people want to hang Diddy for DV. This is not a DV case. And then when it goes to the state, there wouldn't really be any jail time.
You are not being asked to talk about whether he hit Cassie, whether he's a nice guy. These three charges. Think of it as you being a radiologist. You hold up an x-ray, if the bone is broken or not. That's it. You just look at it. Is she pregnant or not? Is he dead or not? Just answer the question. There's no, I don't know whose bone this is. I don't know who, how old, who's pregnant. I don't know anything about this.
Hold on. I want to say something about that. People are saying, imagine if Diddy and Cassie got back together, bro, that would be the biggest fuck you to the, all the women are gonna be like, hear me, y'all, hear me. The women's excuses are gonna be, it's so hard to fall out of love with an abuser. Yo, women make up any excuse to make sure that women's images don't get hit. Well, she deeply, passionately loved Diddy, and it is, I thought she loved Alex. Didn't she love Alex? To people. I'm gonna say this again. And then Alex Fine and Cassie got married in Cali. Don't be surprised if this was a money grab. And I said this on Wednesday, and now I'm hearing people flirting with the idea. Don't be surprised if Al waits his 10 years marriage and then files for divorce, because Cassie's the one that received all the money. Guess what's gonna happen now? Your Honor, my wife, my ex-wife, Cassie, deals with a lot of mental health issues, a lot of stress. She needs to seek help. I'm going to take my children, and I need spousal support, child support. Boy, this shit runs deep.
I'm a radiologist. I just look at the slides, and the juror just answers the question. Has the government proved beyond a reasonable doubt trafficking, racketeering, in essence, conspiracy, and violation of the Mann Act. That's it. End of discussion. That's it. Everything else you can worry about, whether he's a dirtbag. The man's going to have nothing. Diddy's been hit with 60. Where's his money? Where did he make all this money? How big was he? There's no way with all of these hooks. I'm dying to know how these people really, this is a different issue, how they claim these lifestyles. The thing is, I suspect the jury after Cassie is, they're saying to each other, what was that all about? This is the victim? How does she explain the racketeering? How does she explain the sex trafficking? I understand her case, and that's...
Like an example, y'all. When that whole situation happened, people were saying it in the court. They were watching the jurors. So there's 5 men on the jury, that when they showed that Cassie, that Diddy was like, this is our last freak off, and she was like, no, I want this to be the Diddy saying this is our last freak off, and Cassie responds and says, no, I want this to be the first of many in our life together forever. Along those lines, the men were lost. They were like the juror, the guys were like, oh, hell no. The women were still holding on. When the jurors heard on Friday, I showed you the video on Friday, when the jurors heard that Cassie was great, and then she went back to Diddy a few weeks later and said, we had consensual intercourse, and she said, I wanted to. And they asked, why did you do that? Because you just don't get over the years like that. You don't just get rid of the love. She lost like 2 of the women. This is not looking good, y'all. People are sitting there like, first the guys was like, so Diddy tells you he wants to stop doing all this crazy nonsense, and you say no, and then now you saying that he mind you, she was with her husband, and people hear me. That's how they got the woman to be like, ugh. Cause Cassie was already with her husband, Alex, and she was still hanging out romantically with Diddy when she got raped. But then she went back again, and the ladies was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Where is the victim here? People, if Diddy walks, this is what I'm preparing y'all. I'm not here defending Diddy. I'm not here defending Cassie. I am on the side of the law. I am on the side of the law. And I always use myself as an example, y'all. You not knowing the law doesn't exempt you. A great example, right? When I first left New York City and moved down to the South, because remember, I have a place in Denver, I have a place in New Mexico, a place in Texas. So I didn't know in the South things are a little different. Ready? In New York City, for those who are in New York City, you know how New York City is. When they're not doing construction, I do have my OSHA license too, because my brother's wife was a big time player in the architect game in New York City. So I had my license and all that. So I already knew if nobody's working construction, you can drive regular speed. Only time you gotta slow down is when they're working. I didn't know that when I left New York City and came to the South, I didn't know that even if nobody's working in the construction area, you still have to respect the speed limit. I didn't know. So then the cop, he said, jack of all trades, true my nigga. Listen, people, Why do you think I have man talk in the mornings, Monday through Friday? Why do you think I do man talk? People, I was raised by elders. Listen to me. I was taught and I was raised. You don't want to know a lot about a little bit. You want to know a little bit about a lot. You want to be able to be fluent. I want to be able to be fluent in any room that I'm in. So I'm always seeking to learn information. Always. Always. I told you guys right now, y'all guys know I'm looking for a job at Walmart because Walmart sends you on free training. I told you guys when I was in New York City, I was in my BMW courses because I drive BMWs. So I wanted to become a mechanic. So I want to start touching my own cars. Pause. Sound kind of crazy. I want to start doing DUIs. I want to do my own shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit look kind of cool when I see niggas do it on YouTube videos. Like, they fucking changing their mufflers and shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta be able to do some shit, right? So I'm always willing to learn. But now, hear me out. When the cop pulled me over, and I said, "So I'm going through a construction area, but nobody's working," and I showed them my OSHA license, he said, "Oh. Yeah, you're not from here." I said, "Yeah, I'm from New York City." He was like, "So let me just tell you something." He goes, "Here. Not only can you not run, you gotta respect the speed limit on any construction area, highway, or anything, even if nobody's working." He said, "If you get a ticket down here in the South, you get a ticket for both sides. So if you violate one side, so if it's $150 for one side ticket, that ticket together is really $300 because you get the fine on both sides." I didn't know that. When I see construction anywhere right now, if the shit says 7 miles an hour, I'm gonna go 7 miles an hour, put that bitch on cruise control, and that's just gonna roll. Now he gave me a pass. And then yes, my BMW is murdered out. And then y'all guys know I got photophobia. For those who are new here, I got photophobia. In case you don't know what it is, bright light could heavily affect me. Any direct light into my eyes. That's why I wear these glasses. I don't wear glasses. These are for the blue light. Any direct contact will give me severe headaches. So all of my cars legally have limo tint. So then you can't see into my car. My car is murdered out, blacked out everywhere, and then there's a BMW, and then you got a fucking guy lowering the windows, and you got a Dominican Puerto Rican that looks black with a big ass beard who wears fucking big dookie chains like this. Then you got somebody wearing big dookie chains, and then you gotta sit here and you gotta explain yourself sometimes. That just because you see my image, I'm an educated person. You feel what I'm saying? But let's keep rocking and rolling, y'all. Like I said, not knowing the Lord does not exempt you, people.
Tragic. But who was she again? And when she sent these texts, was she claiming she was the victim? All of these issues will be weighed by the jury, and very well could. See, here's the ultimate. I want them to get a feeling of finally like, oh, this is enough. I'm sick of this. Not guilty. It's called nullification. I don't want to hear about it. I'm done with this.
TN,
not
right.
guilty. I have doubts as to motivation, whether it was proved, why we're here. You want to just wear them out. You want them to get sick of this because, believe me, if this was a case involving children or people brought from other countries, people telling you stories about how they were kept in basements in chains and not fed, there would be, it would have been a plea. They would have said, "We're pleading guilty. That's it."
Appreciate you.
But I'm telling you, this is not the kind of case. When you think about it, on a very serious note, when you think about what kids have been through and the real, honest to God trafficking that exists today. If you want to really go after trafficking, go after Homeland Security, go after ICE. During the Biden era, look at Catholic Charities, look at CPS in various states, how kids are disappeared into systems. That's what we should be going after. Labor trafficking in this country is so huge. People don't think about it. People brought from other countries, they don't know any better. Their passports are taken, and you're going to be somebody's maid in Brooklyn, and you can't. And if you say anything,
Philly,
we'll
appreciate
disappear
that.
you. This happens all the time. This happens all the time. So that's the part that annoys me: the fact that our government, with limited resources, would spend this much time on this guy for these miserable people who wanted to be violated, who wanted to be. They wanted. This woman she's famous today because of him. How much did he?
And a multimillionaire. And I know people say, well, he beat her up and everything.
Oh,
but this is
enough.
the
Then leave.
Yeah.
Then just leave. When you have a criminal charge and you have the chance to escape and you didn't, one of the whole notions of kidnapping, which is by analogy, kidnapping or false imprisonment, is the fact that you couldn't leave. That's what makes it kidnapping. You couldn't leave. And if you could leave, why didn't you? It makes it more, not that it didn't happen, but it gives the jury more of a reason to doubt it, especially when somebody is writing to their captors and they are also concomitantly enjoying incredible fame by virtue of this. So,
listen, don't just let that run by the seams. All the defense attorney has to do is keep pushing that that little bit of doubt. That little bit of doubt. Let's play that part again. That little bit of doubt, y'all. That little bit of doubt.
And a multimillionaire. And I know people say, well, he beat her up and everything.
Oh,
but this is
enough. Then leave.
Yeah.
Then just leave. When you have a criminal charge and you have the chance to escape and you didn't, one of the whole notions of kidnapping, which is by analogy, kidnapping or false imprisonment, is the fact that you couldn't leave. That's what makes it kidnapping. You couldn't leave. And if you could leave, why didn't you? It makes it more, not that it didn't happen.
Now, mind you, see, that's why they try to put the S trafficking, because they try to make it like Diddy was forcing these women to do these things. But there are so many general things that fall under S trafficking. So they just trying to throw shit at the wall and make something stick. But when Diddy tells you this is the last time we're gonna do a freak off, and you say no, I want this to be the first of many for the rest of my life, S trafficking goes right out the window. And here's the thing, you left Diddy numerous times, so he wasn't held against your will. Like most S traffickers, they held against their will. She could have left and came back, but they're trying to use, look, you didn't see Diddy grab her and drag her back into the room like a rag? He didn't want to let her leave. We don't know. We don't know what situation that was. Ready? I showed you guys earlier the video where the defense attorney cross-examined the security guard that came to the rescue for Cassie, and people were like, this is the hero, he's taking the stand, and they shredded him apart. You said she had a black eye when you saw her? Yes. Why didn't you put that in your report? I didn't think it was important. What? You didn't think you seeing somebody with a black eye, you gotta take the full description, wasn't important? That alone, they were killing his credibility. Listen, the defense attorney is not here to prove if Diddy's innocent. They just here to put doubt in the jury's mind. If you cannot convict Diddy without a shadow of a doubt, He's walking. It's crazy, man.
But it gives the jury more of a reason to doubt it, especially when somebody is writing to their captors and they are also concomitantly enjoying incredible fame by virtue of this. So, in that respect, all of these things have to be taken into account. So remember, all of this stuff they talk about on all the other shows, it's fantastic. The Tootsie Roll, this and all that, that has nothing to do with the 3 charges that are talked.
Now, y'all guys already know the Little Dick story. If you want me to share the Little Dick story again, y'all, put a 1 in the chat. Hit the like button, y'all. Yo, boss, if you watching, my boss gave me the green light. My boss, I did a whole live stream on this. They want to sit here, all these little content creators. Diddy got a little Tootsie Roll. He got a little Tootsie Roll. Like, he can't satisfy her. He got a little Tootsie Roll. So the story goes like this. Fellas, do you think Miami gives a shit that Diddy got a Tootsie Roll? Do you think any woman for that matter gives a shit? So the story goes like this, y'all. Here go the story. Funny story. My boss hits me. And he's like, yo, tell my story. So my boss, I work for a financing company, top 5 in the world, global. And my boss, his son is the one I'm talking about. And he was like, yo, I like what you're doing, your man talk XYZ, because I'm talking about how guys, I gotta stop watching PORN XYZ. And my boss said, tell the guys to go get the money, go get the bag, because he was like, look at me, I ain't packing. My boss literally said this shit. My boss is like, I got a little dick. And I be with these girls. They be like, like just like they do in the videos, the same way they do. He goes, I'm not hung. He goes, but you know what? I got mines. Better get yours before I get mines. It is. He goes, you don't think that I know they do all that shit because I'm powerful? He goes, that's what comes along. It's called the spoils of war. No woman is sitting here like Drake's D game was trash. Listen, these women don't care if 50 got a little schlong. They don't care. He paying my bills. I'm driving in this Bugatti. I'm flying in private planes. My kids is good. Their future secured. They're not complaining about. You want to know who people? Hear me out. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. You know who complains about? Oh, the dick game ain't that good. Broke chicks, fellas. Broke chicks, fellas. Hear me out. Now, I ain't trying to go off topic. This is some real man talk shit, but we already here. Broke chicks complain about how many rounds you went. Broke women. You think Cassie gave a shit that Diddy got a little Tootsie Roll? Diddy out there, Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Come on, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front. He got the Tootsie Roll of a lifetime. She don't give a shit. I love you forever and ever. See, y'all niggas is laughing. Y'all know I gotta bring a little light to the situation because this is a serious situation. So I try to mix a little joking in the middle of it. But when I'm giving you guys a real example. These chicks, they don't care. Broke women are concerned about your D game. Oh, can he last all night long? Diddy's gonna give you, listen, Diddy, 50, Drake, they're gonna give you they're gonna give you 24 minutes. Listen, time start. Beep, now, let's go. Hurry the shit up. I got money to make, and the women don't complain. The women don't complain. I told you, when the chick complain about your Tootsie Roll, you already know she got a poor mentality. That's poor people mentality. But let's get back to the story. Because people sitting here, he got a little Tootsie Roll. I see all these content creators. They so stupid. They so dumb. Straight up, y'all. Straight up. So stupid.
And
so
if you
stupid.
keep that in mind, you will do well. Remember, Diddy doesn't have to prove anything.
I told you.
If he says, if you have one reasonable doubt, a doubt you can attach a reason to. For example, if you find...
But don't you think that... Sorry, Lana, but don't you think that from what are people saying? Because I hear very people that I like, and they're usually very level-headed. For example, Megyn Kelly, I love Megyn Kelly. And I do watch Nancy Grace, because I love her passion. But I find that these big channels are more concerned on getting the guy than getting the guy for the right reasons, because for me, at least, they're setting a very bad precedent if they get it.
People, people who has been here since Tuesday, when I said this is the reason why I don't just react to all kind of videos. People, even big channels, they just want to see Diddy burn because he hit her and he kicked her in the staircase and he dragged her. They just hate the guy for DV. But they're setting a horrible people. Listen to me. It's the same way how the saying goes, 72% of the student loan debt is controlled by women. Women voted for Joe Biden because they thought that he was gonna forgive all of their student loans. But most women don't know, they don't understand. Student loans cannot be forgiven, people. They cannot be forgiven. The cost is just gonna get passed on to somebody else. So they were like, he's gonna forgive student loans, and that was his campaign. And I'm gonna forgive all student loans. You're gonna be free and clear. He didn't do the number one thing he promised the women. And now Trump is out here like, what you going to do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? The student loans, get them shits gotta get paid. He coming for the bread. He coming for his bread. He coming. But Joe Biden said he was gonna forgive. Well, we see how that worked out. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. It is. This is why I said, people, number one, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, shit. Thank you. Listen. And for all y'all messages under my post, for those who can't respond, thank you for all y'all support. Somebody earlier kind of made my eyes get a little watery. They were like, yo, I finally came across a channel where somebody's not biased. Everybody wants to pick and choose a side. You actually seem pretty level-headed. I am pretty level-headed, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick sides. If I pick what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. There is no such thing as my truth. There's only the truth. I'm just living in my truth. That's bullshit. There's the truth, and that is it. There's the truth, and there's the lie. If you don't like it, you're on the wrong channel. So I appreciate everybody tuning in because I'm going to give it to you raw. Everything I do on this channel, people, this channel is called True Hall of Fame Builds. For those who are new here, just give me 1 second to explain that to you guys. True Hall of Fame is a lifestyle. I want you to be proud of who you are at the end of your life. When you put that lifetime jacket on of achievements, you want to know, what have I done in my life to change things for the better, for the worse? Did I get better for my children? Did I do better for myself, for my kids? I want people to do better. I want you to be proud of who you are, men and women. For the two ladies that watch my channel, because women be swearing that I can't stand. I love the ladies, but the way I go about doing things, sometimes you guys just don't like it. It is what it is. I hold everybody accountable here. I'm an equal opportunity giver over here on this side. I give everybody the smoke. But like this lady said, all these news channels, they're biased because most of them are women, and they're thinking, what if that was your grandmother? What if that was me who was getting abused like that? Diddy's not on trial for that. He ain't on trial for DV, man. He's not on trial for that. He goes, man, all these people been saying Diddy done when they heard all these freaky and nasty things, but the lawyers was loving every bit. Stay tuned. Listen, man, this is why I showcase you guys things that lawyers are saying, because nobody else wants to touch this because they don't understand these things the way I somewhat understand them. It is what it is.
Like that.
Well, anytime you violate the law, and anytime you break the law, and anytime you are in a position where the law is not followed to get the guy, nobody benefits from that.
Right.
That is a very serious problem. Look, I can't understand the motivation behind it. That's a different story. My take is always different. During the course of the OJ case years ago, this is way back, I was able to handle both. I could say, here's what I think is up, here's what's down. I know he killed these people, but the question is, can you prove it? See, the thing is that it's one thing for me to say, you hit somebody, you killed somebody, you ran over somebody, that's pretty easy. Federal says you killed somebody as part of a racketeering enterprise. Wait a minute. Now you just made it unnecessarily complicated. So I might find you not guilty, not because you didn't kill anybody, but you added all of these other aspects to it, which you didn't prove. If you don't prove it, let me ask you a question. Let's assume, would Megyn Kelly or Nancy or anybody else, by the way, and their success speaks for itself, but would they agree that if, let's assume that Diddy was charged with arson, burning something, and there was no evidence of fire, would they understand that it makes sense to find him not guilty? Even though he's a terrible person who beat Cassie up, if you said, look, there's no fire, he never burned anything, you charge him with arson, sorry, he's not guilty. Not that he's a good person, not that he's innocent, but he's not guilty of arson. I think they would have no problem with it. They would say, okay, it's arson, there's no fire here, I can live with that. Well, that's what this is. There may not be any evidence of an enterprise. There may be Diddy and some guy who drives him, and that's it. They make it sound like there's some racketeering, this freak off industry in order to lure people. There may be a very serious doubt, and if there is, he is by definition not guilty of this charge, not of his debauched livelihood or lifestyle. That's it. And I don't expect anybody to understand that. Look, I've been doing this for a long time, and some people just hate him so much. The point I'm trying to say is that when you decide you're going to charge somebody with something, you're stuck with it. And it better be good. And if it's good, I'll vote 100% guilty. But if it's not good, you're going to have to live with it. You pick. There's a great line from Jack Reacher where he said, remember, you wanted this.
Now, what do y'all guys always hear me use Jack Reacher as an example? Because even when I'm playing 2K, I'm playing video games, my content, and people would say something, and I would go, we got one, y'all. I go, okay, you wanted this. So Jack Reacher tells the guy, remember, for those who missed the movie, he said, pay your tab. He said, I'll pay it later. You won't get the chance to. They go outside, and the guy's like, I'm gonna go outside and kick your ass. Alright, so he grabs his coat, he's walking outside. Right before the fight, he was like, remember, you wanted this. And the guy's like, and then he goes to go swing, and Jack whooped his ass. He's like, it's okay, get up. Because once you start picking a fight and you're not sticking to the script, everything that you used in the fight goes in the trash.
Okay, you wanted racketeering, you wanted this, go ahead.
If the jury comes back and it's very obvious that the prosecution has not been able to prove their case on the charges,
and mind you, people, there are content creators who are like, the prosecution is doing a great job. Diddy's going down. He's going down for life. I'm like, where? I'm like, can somebody show me where are y'all guys getting your information? Because I want to know. I want to know what information is leading you to believe that everything you heard so far, Diddy's going down.
the jury just goes on emotion because of,
See?
you know, we don't
emotion.
like Diddy. You know, and what he did to Cassie, because apparently there's only 4 star witnesses.
Can the judge overrule the verdict?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. At the end of the state's case, or the government's case, there's something called a motion for a judgment of acquittal. And the judge could listen to it and say, this case is so bad, I'm going to direct a verdict of not guilty, of acquittal. And it ends right now. The defense doesn't even have to put on a case. It's over. He can also do it after the case is over. He can also do it a variety of different ways. Once the acquittal is there, then double jeopardy applies and you're stuck.
What have I been fucking telling you? People, yo, subscribe to this channel, y'all. Subscribe. People who have been here all week when I've been saying the prosecutor's gonna fuck this up, and once double jeopardy applies, they fucking dead. They're fucking dead in the water, because now they're presenting all of this evidence. The ass trafficking, and he beat her. People, let's get Diddy locked up for the real crime by the state of California. Throw these shitty ass, but they can't, because they put Cassie on the stand. What did I say to y'all guys all week? If the judge, all he gotta do is say, oh my fucking God, stop, fuck the jury, go home. This trial ain't shit. Double jeopardy applies. If the prosecution right now tries to drop the case, they can't. Because they can't reapply what they're using. They're speaking about an abuse. They're speaking about he hit her and he kicked her. He kicked her. Why would he kick her like that? So they're trying to rev up the emotions to make people hate Diddy. So even if they make a call, because the judge could see y'all trying to make all these jurors just hate Diddy. Fuck them. I'm making a call. Double jeopardy applies, y'all. I've been saying this all week. Nobody. There's not one content. Show me one content creator that has been covering this story and that's been saying it since Tuesday. Double jeopardy will apply, because they're bringing you cannot add a charge onto a case that's already in court. You cannot do it. So now they're trying to add DV and sexual violence. That's not what you started with. And the minute you try to throw away this case to get him on that, you cannot bring any of this stuff. You cannot be charged for the same crime twice. So they're trying to get Diddy charged for hitting Cassie. The trafficking, they're trying to allude it to everything he's doing. People, I'm telling you, when the Fuck You tour, I'm telling you, Diddy walks, first thing Diddy's gonna do, like he always does, he's gonna walk out the fucking courthouse, he's gonna pray to God, which everybody wants to find God at the last minute, but that's neither here nor there. Then Diddy gonna lick his lips, like you know, Diddy he gonna lick his lips. He's gonna go get some hair dye to dye all that fucking gray hair black again, right? Then Diddy's gonna do a fucking the campaign he's gonna go on, nigga. All you're gonna hear for the rest of Diddy's life, been around the world and now you been playing, I hate it. Listen, Diddy's gonna walk out of court. Listen, I hope one of his sons, if Diddy walks out, I'm not for any one of them, but what they doing is wrong to Diddy. I hope when Diddy walk out of the courthouse, all you hear in the background is, you can hate me now, boom, 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 but I won't stop now. Because there's nothing here. There's nothing here, y'all. There's nothing here. What are we talking about? And this is where the prosecutor messed up. I told y'all this. The prosecutor messed up.
And by the way, remember something in terms of being commercial. People who say what I do, people who are cautious, people who know the law, people who say, well, not yet. Nobody wants to hear this. You do better if somebody comes on and says, he's guilty and he's going to go to jail. That's what people want to hear. It's wrong.
Right. That's what people want to hear. He's wrong. He's going to jail. They want to hear that to feel satisfied. And then when it doesn't happen, here comes the emotional crash.
We love.
I told y'all, get ready, y'all. If Diddy walks, all the female YouTubers, we just got set back another 100 years. Donald Trump set us back. Now we're going back to the 1778. They're gonna, people, get ready, y'all. Get ready. I'm not for any party, so.
To hate people. They look at Cassie and they say, why didn't you know? Nobody's feeling sorry for her. Nobody, because believe me, after she was kicked, after that, that's it. And most people would say, you should have been done with it. You should have been done. Now, maybe it was after, but believe me, whatever their intention was of showing it, it'll backfire. Because when you see it again and again and again.
Hey everyone, big heads up, Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30 sticks for $36. Which
people started to say, wait a minute. You lose his part of it. You start looking at her. Why didn't she leave? Or maybe she left immediately thereafter. I don't know. If I prosecuted it, it'd be over in an hour. Very simple. State your name for the record. Jonathan Smith. And what did you do? I arranged all of the young girls to be sent across straight lines for prostitution. Thank you. Your witness. Count number 2. I always said, when it comes to cross-examining, don't cross-examine the witness, that's somebody else's. Just make it very simple. Say, I've got nothing to say to you. Why? Because you have nothing to do with racketeering. Why am I talking to some woman who has nothing to add about this? I'll tell the jury later on.
You would have done that? Is that how you would have gone about this with Cassie? Really?
Yep,
I might have also said something like, Cassie, when you wrote this, I'm going to freak off, was somebody putting a gun to your head? So you did this on your own, and you want us to believe that you didn't consent. Okay, nothing further. That's it. And get them out, in and out, done. The best thing is, no questions. It's the biggest insult. And then later on, you tell the jury, did you notice when I asked, said no questions, why? Because she didn't say anything. What I didn't ask if they brought the janitor in. I don't have any questions either. What does he have to do with anything? It's like the ultimate dismiss.
This is what I'm saying. All the defense has to do is, that's the reason why they kept Cassie up there all week. They wanted you to emotionally get riled up. Cassie, 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 Cassie. I'm not choosing either side. But I ain't throwing Diddy in jail for something that he not on trial for. And last time I checked, he is not on trial for DV. I'm sorry. Whether y'all like what I'm saying or not, I'm a different kind of content creator, y'all.
Missile. What
Just would you have asked Cassie?
You were never threatened to travel, were you? You never traveled against your will, did you? You benefited from this, didn't you? When you wrote this idea, you wanted more of this, didn't you? Yes, thank you. Sit down. That's it. And then later on, tell the jury what that means. Get her out of there.
And that's what I said. That's all the jury has to do. I mean, that's all the defendant, the defensive team has to do. People, I like what he said. Did you notice that I didn't cross-examine any of these people? And they're gonna be like, cause it has nothing to do with this case. What are we doing here? Why are they wasting it? Why are they wasting your time? This is a waste of time. And they're gonna go back in that room and delegate and be like, yo, the defense didn't even care to put up a fight. Cause he's right. All it takes is one person to say, he's right. Everybody can say, no, he's wrong. And that one guy will be like, no. There goes the mistrial. And now, when they try to reappeal, which the prosecutor would, they can't bring any of this up again. Wow.
Yeah, they're continuing. They even want to question her even further on Monday because they say they might not with her today.
Remember, because the longer you keep her on, you risk the jury liking her, feeling sorry for her, or maybe her repairing some mistake she made.
Do you think that the judge, if the jury comes back and doesn't really rule on the things, do you think he'll have the balls to say, I'm going to dismiss what the jury said because they did not follow the instructions? And I'm going to, do you think he'll be able to do it? He'll have the balls to do it?
If the jury comes back without a verdict, like a hung jury, he can send them back in to work on, it's called an Allen charge or a shotgun charge. Go back and try your best. If they say, sorry, we can't decide, he's got to grant a mistrial. That's number one. If they come back unanimously not guilty, that's the end of it. But if they come back guilty, and he says, I don't think that was guilty, I don't think there was enough, he can reverse or direct the verdict. He can absolutely change it.
See, y'all guys don't understand. People, this is how it works. This is why I don't give a fuck about Cassie. I don't give a fuck about Diddy. Some of y'all watching right now like, why are you giving up this information? Because if the judge is listening, he knows they don't have nothing. So he's going to sit here and because sometimes what happens is this, people get fatigued. They want to go home and he'll say it. Your Honor, we cannot reach. Go take your asses back in there. I'm giving you guys till 6 p.m. I'm giving you another hour. And they come back and go, he's guilty. Did they just do that just to, especially if the judge knows he ain't guilty. Nobody proves shit here. They just said that he's guilty because they want to go home. All right, this is what we're going to do. You guys are dismissed. Go home. Have a good day. And he can change it. That's why, if you notice, they say, have you reached the judge says, have you guys reached a final decision? They give him the paper. He looks first. Once he looks and sees, he's like, nah, we're not doing this. We're not. Because it's the judge's job to make the fair assessment. Y'all guys don't understand. Y'all don't understand this, man. And this is why people tend to walk, y'all. People tend to walk.
Do you think he'll have the balls for it?
Federal judges? Oh, yeah. I mean, he does.
Don't forget that people really hating on Diddy, and he might face a lot of backlash, and he might feel
federal judges. He is a lifetime appointment. He's got nothing to worry about. Federal judges don't care about what you like him, you don't like him. I don't care.
Really?
No. Federal judges are notorious for doing whatever they want, and if you don't like it, tough.
Now, I happen to be in front of a federal judge, so let me tell you how this happened. I'm not going to explain to you the situation, but this is what happened. I walked into the room. First of all, I was nervous than a motherfucker. So he goes, he looks at me. He looks at the other side like, what are you doing here? So the lawyer that was picked up to go to pin me to the wall was this big, this rambunctious, this powerful lawyer. The judge was like, yeah, we don't need you here. You can excuse yourself. Straight dismissed him. Yeah, you can leave right now. We don't need you here. And he's sitting here, he's like, sir, he's like, Yatu, I'm sending this back down. This don't belong here. This is a waste of time. They don't give a shit about a motherfucker. And judges don't care about being hated, y'all. They don't care about being hated. Why do you think there is like federal judges and judges, like actual judges, they get a plaque on their car. They get a plaque on their car. A cop can't stop them. They can park their car by a hydrant. You better not move they shit. They don't get no tickets. They go and come as they please. They're their own. They move on their own merit. The judge, he like, I got all day. If y'all niggas want to waste time, let's waste time. Come on, let's go. Talk. And I know, and this guy, remember, this guy you listening to, he's a former prosecutor. I can see the judge getting tired of what the prosecutor's doing and throw this whole shit in the garbage. And once all of this is thrown in the garbage, so is the evidence. And they can never speak about this again. But guess what y'all guys don't know? Guess what maybe you do or you don't know? Diddy already has a lawsuit for defamation of character. Because that was the reason why he civilly settled to not have to go through all this nonsense. It doesn't mean he was guilty. It just means he didn't want to go through this whole rat race. So now, defamation of character, the case got thrown in the garbage. What's the likelihood that she's going to have to give back the $20 million? It's very likely. See, y'all guys are not ready for this. Because, listen, I gave you 20 mil. You still out here testifying. So now, defamation of character. So now I need my money back. And he's going to get it. And he's going to get it. Just like that.
I'm here for life. Also, remember one thing about federal court. There's no parole. There, you got to do 85% of your sentence. That's it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Federal courts, federal's a different story altogether. You might be
So
able to
you're
play.
not eligible for parole if you're
They
convicted
don't do
of
parole.
federal
No,
crime.
they do it. That's it. You get 10 years, you do at least 85%, and then we'll get you out. They are notorious for that. That's one of the reasons why you must avoid federal at all costs. Remember, this jury, for the most part, comes from the Southern District, Manhattan, and big parts of Westchester. A lot of these people tend to be, for lack of a better word, maybe more liberal.
Don't get a HELOC or refinance if you want to tap into your home's equity. You can get up to $500,000.
And I think they might be able to, who knows, identify more with Diddy, perhaps, I don't know. And if they decide it's not guilty, that's it. Judge has nothing to do with it. He can say, well, not guilty, that's it. I can't change that. A not guilty and acquittal is solid. It's permanent. That is double jeopardy prevents it. That's it. Guilty I can play with, not guilty. If they come back, it's up to the jury, that's it.
And that means Cassie can't come for him. Nobody could come for him with any of the... They can't show this proof at all anywhere. Psh. People, this is why I've been saying since Tuesday, the prosecution is fucking this up. The worst thing they did was put Cassie on the stand. Cassie was supposed to be the last person on the stand to give her emotional testimony, and then you're gonna be like, oh, so sad. Okay, let's judge. Let's come to a judge. But Diddy asked for a speedy trial, so they had to put Cassie first. And if this is their star witness, throw this whole shit in the garbage, y'all. This is not good, people.
He walks. End of discussion. It's happened, but we'll see. Again, a little too early to tell right now. But
Right.
If you could freeze from what I think has happened today for the rest of the trial, there's no way. But
Yep.
when you have a victim who tried or willingly went to a party, knowing what it was, knowing what was expected, maybe was excited and willing to participate for whatever reason, you're going to then claim that this was not, you didn't consent to this? You're going to have to say that you were drugged? How do you know this? 20 years ago, how do I know you didn't take the drug? Prove it. It's harder than you think. You remember this, man? And where were you? And what time of day was it? How many people were in the room? And how did you get there? And did you try to give a false name to? Oh, there we go.
What did I tell you, people? What have I been telling? People, if you have been watching me all week, no other content creator is speaking. Why? Why aren't they saying this? When Cassie first went up, where was the first time you guys made love? Oh, we made love on the 17th floor of the Trump Towers on 52nd Street, on 42nd and 3rd, area code 82188. Okay? And who is this E-Court? Oh, that's Ralphie. Who's this guy? That's Tyrone. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, that's... So when do you know the first time that you did it with the woman? Oh yeah, we was on 44th Street and 7th Avenue in the H Hotel. We was in there. It was the 9th floor. Then when the defense comes and cross-examines, so can you tell us how far apart from Diddy graping you to the next time that you met with him and had consensual intercourses? Do you know how long? I don't recall. Okay. Do you recall the first time Diddy and you ever engaged with another person? Specifically, I don't recall. He just said that. That's what's hurting Cassie. Cause when it comes, it sounds like they dressed her up to say what they wanted her to say. But then when it came to cross-examination, she Stevie Wonder. If you really love me, isn't she lovely? She doesn't know nothing. She didn't see. She doesn't remember. She blacked out. She must have been on drugs. This is what I'm saying, people. Y'all guys are not listening to this trial through the right ear. Some of you guys are on Diddy's side because you love Diddy, hip hop mogul. Some of you guys are on Cassie's side because she's a woman. People literally, you got people arguing online. I called his name out. You had Angry Man arguing online earlier today. It doesn't matter. You think Diddy had a right to put hands on her? But that's not. I don't care what the trial says. Diddy's wrong for putting hands on her. Nobody said that Diddy wasn't wrong. My boy, nobody said that Diddy wasn't wrong. All we're saying is that's not what it's charged. But you should still lock him up. And it's coward, dumb, ignorant ass niggas like him. Why our people, we can't get ahead because we don't know shit. And he can't challenge me. He can't challenge because he don't know shit. I don't care. Lock him up. He's wrong. It doesn't give him the right to put hands on a woman like that. You know what? I'm going to review his video too. I'm going to review his video, y'all. I'm going to review his video. And I want you to see how ignorant he sounds. Because he's one of the guys who's like, lock him up because he hit Cassie like that. I agree. So let it go back to the state and let them deal with that. Oops, sorry, my nigga. They can't do it now. They can't. Because if this trial gets dismissed and he is not guilty, you can't get convicted of the same crime twice. Oops, my bad. Stupid. This is why some people shouldn't be talking, y'all. This is why just because you can get on YouTube and have a platform doesn't mean that you should.
Did you try to? You see, all of these issues make it more difficult than you can realize to prove. Yeah. So that's the next step. So we'll just see.
But so far, your verdict, if it keeps going like this, he might walk.
If it doesn't get better than this, and they don't break down Mann Act violations, again, sex trafficking, or any kind of conspiracy to commit racketeering or sex trafficking, we're not going anywhere. This is going to be just a domestic violence case, which is wrong, but that's not what he was charged with.
Now listen, y'all, I kept y'all for 3 hours. I'm sorry. I did have another video I did want to get to. So I'm going to get to this video tomorrow. If I don't do man talk in the morning, I'm probably going to, I really want to do man talk, but if I don't do man talk, I really want to do this video. You have more lawyers who are saying Diddy may just walk. Because they're not proving nothing right now. And for my real ladies who really listen to me, y'all, let me take my glasses off because now I'm getting serious. My mother, may she rest in peace, she was a real victim of domestic violence. So I understand women who really go through shit. But if you want to lock up Diddy for something that he's not on trial for, you're wrong. Do I think Diddy's a scumbag for causing DV? Yes, I'm with you 100%. But if you was on trial for a speeding ticket and then now they want to pin a different charge on you, I would be rooting for you too. And I'm not saying rooting for you personally, I am rooting that your lawyers can do their job. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I'm saying. That's my take. Listen, y'all, I appreciate everybody already being here in the live stream. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for rocking out with me. If you're new to the channel, turn on the notifications, y'all. Please turn on your notifications. Y'all never know when I'm going to go live. I want y'all guys to come back. I want y'all to engage. I see y'all in the morning. Whether I'm doing Man Talk or I'm reviewing this video. But if you are there for Man Talk in the morning, I want y'all to understand the topic, y'all. The topic of the morning, tomorrow morning, Man Talk is get out of people's way. Fellas, if you know you talking to a girl who she's going someplace in life and you ain't shit and you have plans that you ain't gonna be shit and you don't want to inspire, get the fuck out of her way. Ladies, if you know this guy's on his way, don't try to derail him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shit. Your family ain't raised you to be shit. And now you want to just leech yourself to this guy. Get the fuck out of his way and go ahead and let that man go be great. We have to, as a society, we have to learn how to get out of people's way. You have to, people, stop. Misery loves company. I'm going to say this again, fellas. Especially to my fellas, that's why we doing Man Talk. Cause a lot of y'all guys like to fuck with these girls, get them pregnant and derail their whole life, and you have no intent of being there. So for that, you ain't shit. And tomorrow morning, I'm calling y'all niggas out. Ladies, a lot of y'all ain't shit neither. Y'all want to pin babies on niggas like Anthony Edwards, knowing that he didn't want a child. But we're going to talk more tomorrow morning. I hope to see every single one of y'all there. Y'all already know what time it is, man. 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be going live. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Michael May, True Hall of Fame builds. Y'all already know. Y'all tu sabe. Wepa.